Welcome, race fans. Here we are tonight with the IWCR League running Gen 6 at Las Vegas. So this has been one of the guys was telling me this. So they were really looking forward to tonight's race. So hopefully we do get going on this. Roger, you were having a couple of in-race visitors that you'd like to talk to?
Yeah, they wanted to get a couple more of the drivers up here pre-race tonight and give them a chance to, talk to us and give us, some insight into what they look for in their season, just like we did last week, and see if we can't start doing that every week. Pick a couple new drivers every time and get them to come in, say a few words, give us a little time, and kind of get their thoughts on the week, the previous week, and what they're looking forward to in the future. Excuse me.
All right. Well, you got a couple of drivers lined up and in mind?
I got a couple of guys in mind. I think I'm going to try to round these guys up, and I'll grab them and bring them in real quick.
Okay.
Paul, you there?
I'm here.
Hey, buddy. Everybody, Paul Crumrye is with us tonight. We want to get a quick interview with you here at Pretty Race. Ask you about how you're doing tonight and how you did last week. Kind of go over that with us real quick, and then we'll kind of talk about your future plans for the rest of this season. If you got just a minute.
You betcha. Boy, that didn't sound Minnesotan.
That's okay. We won't hold that against you. Well, buddy, I don't have the results sitting in front of me, but I know you raced last week, and I know you were doing pretty well. I think you either got disconnected or got caught up in that big melee at the beginning of the race that didn't bring out a caution. Clarify for me which it was.
Well, last week we were running pretty close to the top 5 for the first, I'd say, 16 laps or so, and unfortunately I had a system issue last week where the screen actually went blank on me. So instead of wrecking the entire field, I went ahead and put my car up into the right wall to make sure that everybody went by me, and unfortunately I wasn't able to recover after that, and the system just kept shutting down, so I decided to park it and hope for the best for Vegas.
That I do remember that. I remember all of a sudden your car was in the outside wall, and somebody told me you black screened or something, and it was an unfortunate deal. I remember you even came in the booth and talked to us after the big event. But kind of going past that, let's talk about what's going on this week here at Vegas with you.
Well, Las Vegas has been a sort of decent track, I guess, for me. I've been working on a lot of setups the last couple of weeks. This seems to be a little loose for me tonight, so I'm trying to work a little kinks out of there. But I think it's going to be a good turnout. There's going to be lots of... I have a feeling there might be quite a few cautions tonight because of the turnout. Not that everybody's a bad driver. It's just that's the way that Vegas is. So we're going to try with the team tonight, Team Outlaw, to do pretty good. We're going to try to get up front and hopefully get one of us to win up here.
So is everybody pretty much running on the same equipment, or have guys kind of tweaked their own stuff together that's comfortable for them?
Well, we kind of try to start with a base product, and then each driver, of course, has got his own little niche and driving style. So each driver we try to practice a little bit before and kind of give us a flat setup, and then each driver kind of tweaks it to their own taste and adds a little pepper, adds a little salt, if you call it that, and hopefully we can get some speed out of these things. Practice isn't going too well for me anyways, but hopefully the race will.
Very good. Yeah, and once we leave Vegas, I mean, we're going to be in the meat of this schedule. I mean, Daytona's always Daytona, and then the real racing begins. How is Team Outlaw fixed for, looking forward to the rest of the season, and how are you setting up to try to run this season?
Well, obviously, I've had some struggles just because of Daytona, like you said. Now it's the meat and potatoes of the racing. This is where the racing, the rubber meets the road here, and we're going to try our best. We're going to try for Team Outlaw to do a lot better than we did last season. I don't think we did too too bad for first team out. We did a lot better in the trucks than we expected. We might focus a little bit more on the trucks, but we're gonna, try to do a lot better. We're still learning. We're a young team. We got a lot of good people on the team, and hopefully we can learn from what these guys are doing out there and learn the driving styles, and maybe focus on the A-Cup cars instead of the trucks.
Very good. Well, do me a favor and the fans watching a favor, because we are live, and fill us in on who makes up Team Outlaw. And then I'm going to turn it over to Rudy for a couple minutes and let him ask you a couple questions before we wrap this up.
Sure. First off, we've got David Butterworth, who drives the number 81 car. We've got Don Luggs Stewart, who drives the 56. We've got myself, who drives the number 8. We've got John Varga, who drives the number 48. And we've got Steve Crumry, who doesn't drive the A-Cups, but he drives our truck series. He's a rookie this year, and that makes up Team Outlaw.
Very good. Well, I'm going to jump out of here and let Rudy ask you a couple questions to wrap up your interview. I appreciate your time. Thanks for sharing that with us. And, man, we wish you good luck tonight, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of the race up on the podium, buddy. Rudy, go ahead.
All right, Paul, we watch you each and every week. Now, you run these Gen 6s, and I know you said you were struggling a little bit tonight with your setup. Is it the horsepower that's coming off of the turns? Is that where everybody seems to struggle and does, maybe spin or whatever?
I think people are still trying to get used to the new tire model. I think the horsepower combination with the new tire model is really shaking things up quite a bit in the setup world. Some people have been able to adjust to it very rapidly, and unlike myself, I've been able to I'd say 50% transverse over to the new tire model. But it's a lot of horsepower, along with the setup and the tire model. It does cause for a little bit of struggle, but we're working hard to get that fixed.
Well, that kind of led me up to my next question is, I've heard a lot of drivers say that the new tire model has kind of put it more into the driver's hand and made you kind of have to go back to school to learn how to reset up these cars and redrive them.
Absolutely. I think that just going back and setting them up, and I think it actually puts more of the tire model puts it more in the throttle now than it ever has before. Before you could pretty much, it felt like you could hold it wide open. It's really making you drive like a real car. The simulation has really made leaps and bounds, and again, it's the horsepower. You just cannot slam the gas down to the floor and hope for the best. It's a combination of driving, the setup, and handling the throttle with these cars.
All right, well, very good. A lot of information you just gave out here to our viewers and myself. So, but thank you for talking with us there, Paul, and wish you the best of luck tonight.
Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate everything you do. Good luck to everybody, and thanks to all the troops out there. Hopefully, we have a good race.
All right, Roger, you got Joe Robertson here. You want to go ahead and talk to Joe?
Yeah, we got Joe tonight. We didn't talk to him at Daytona, but I really wanted to talk to him tonight because I've spent a lot of time recently with Joe, and I've learned a lot about Joe, and I thought tonight would be a good time to introduce him to all the fan base. And welcome in, Joe. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for taking the time to come in, and this will just take a few minutes, man. I'm really appreciative of your time.
Well, thank you for having me, Rudy and Roger.
Well, buddy, let's jump to it. Let's jump back to last week, and let's talk about your race at Daytona to open up the season here, and your thoughts on your performance, your team's performance, and the overall race itself, everyone's performance.
It was a pretty good race. I was surprised by everybody's performance, to be perfectly honest. Going caution-free, and just the fact that, we only had one slip-up on lap 18. We did really well. Everybody exhibited a lot of patience, a lot of give and take. It was very impressive. And the only thing that was a problem, though, is, for me, I had a pretty bad evening. And it is what it is. But I mean, I finished 16th, but I mostly avoided most wrecks, and if I wouldn't have avoided those wrecks, I wouldn't actually even had a 16th place finish.
Yeah, you talk about the slip up on 18, and there was a big slide into one. I guess somebody come out of gear and kind of stacked the field up, and it separated everything. It didn't bring out a caution, and that really separated cars. And after that, it was just kind of strung out. And we get groups that came back together, and then they'd spread right back apart again, and we go through pit stops. And pretty soon the field was strung out all the way around the track, and we just never got that caution to get you caught back up. It was kind of a weird situation, but all in all, the racing was actually really good, and everybody, after that, really a lot of give and take and a lot of respect for each other, in my opinion, watching the race.
Yeah, definitely. There was when I was back in about 27th position after the first cycle of pit stops, I went and started working with David Rattler in the back. And me and him have no prior history of working together at all. And yet we were totally cooperative, and he benefited because he was a lap down, and he got around a bunch of lap cars, and I benefited from going from 27th to 16th by the end of the race. And everybody was very respectful, and it seemed like everybody had the mentality that we've got 14 more races after this. And it's like having a long green flag run. Let the guys go out in front of you. If they get in front of you, take your time. Let the field come back to you. It was just exhibited that like over a race period, so to speak, and through a season. So, yes, there was a lot of give and take, and yeah, some people made some hay last week, but the fields will snap back this week.
Yeah, and you talk about the give and take and that everybody kind of worked together, and I wondered is that a byproduct of the new rules package, because you guys got a new rule book from top to bottom this season, and it seems like everyone has kind of wrapped their head around this in a really short period of time, and everybody's really going well with each other under this rules package. I mean, do you see the same thing?
Definitely, because the thing is, if you spin out, there's no guarantee that the caution's going to save your rear end, and we know that there's going to be limited cautions. But before we had the mandatory cautions in IWCR, where we would have manual cautions where the admin would throw it if we thought the danger was too great, we would average between 4 and 6 cautions a race. I mean, we had a Dover race in Season 1 that was caution-free, and nobody expected that. So everybody knows to be on their P's and Q's, and it's going to be dangerous if you take an unnecessary risk in the first 50% of the race.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way about that. So we're kind of seeing the same things, and I think it's great for the whole league. I think it's great for everyone, and these guys, especially when the new guys coming in, it kind of really everybody kind of started from square one, even the new guys with this new rule package. So everybody's going to be really on the same page the whole time, and I think that's wonderful for all you guys. The racing here is really good anyway. I think this just actually is going to make it that much better without the admin throwing cautions. It's just going to make the races go by quicker, and we're going to get more green flag runs out of this stuff. So I want to see what the guys are going to do when they have to make those longer green flag runs. It's going to be pretty awesome, really. Do us a favor real quick. Tell us all the guys on your team, and then kind of give us your basic team idea for the season, and then your personal ideas or goals for the season.
Well, at Go Fast Turn Left, we're all just striving to get in the top 10 in points mostly. I think that's mostly the main goal. We haven't really talked about clear, defined goals. I know me and Foley have talked about back and forth about wanting to win the championship. I know Foley is very motivated to win this Gen 6 championship, and I know I want my second one. So, and it's just, Zach is totally committed, so is Evan, and so is Scott as well. I mean, Scott's the owner of the league. But that seems to be the way that we're going. I think everybody would be very satisfied with a top 10 in the point standings for the end of the season. If all 5 of us, if we could make up 50% of the top 10, I think that would be a huge success.
Very good. And what all drivers are Go Fast Turn Left?
It is myself, Foley, Scott Drake, Zach Chahalis, and Evan Matt Vieco. And it's a great team to have, and everybody works very well together. Everybody's very patient with each other, and I mean, we're getting much better at bouncing sets off of each other so far, and that communication, I think we're going to be pretty strong this season.
Very good. And your personal goals, maybe, for lack of a better term, for the season?
My personal goal is to win the Gen 6 championship. That's what I want to do. I want to win number 2, and I haven't won any other championships at any other levels because mostly I'm not free other nights. But I want to win the Gen 6 championship this time. I want to get the most amount of top 5s. I don't care if I even get a win this season, but I want to consistently click off top 5s and top 10s. Not have 26th and 19th and then have a second and a third. I want complete consistency.
Well, that's a good goal to have, and consistency really is kind of the key to the whole thing. I mean, here we don't have, win and you're in the chase thing. You're going to have to be consistent, set yourself in the points, and that's going to help you when we get down to that chase part of the season. So I think those are very realistic. Like I said, I've spent some time with you. I know the way you think. I know the kind of driver that you are. I know the patience that you show out there. So, knowing what I know this far, as long as I think you got good equipment, I think you got a real chance at this. And man, I wish you the best of luck. And I think maybe Rudy might have a question or two for you here real quick.
Oh, thanks.
Joe, we were talking here earlier about the new tire model, and talking about how it has kind of put it onto the driver now. What are your thoughts on this, and have you been able to overcome the new tire model?
I really like the new tire model, I must say that. The fact that there is a cliff roughly in the high 60% makes it very interesting. But going and manipulating the car over a long run and getting better tire wear is something that I find very challenging and I find very rewarding. And I think it's fascinating to see how the car is reacting to it. And as of right now with Vegas tonight, turns 1 and 2 feel very locked down, so to speak. The car feels like it's on a rail. Turns 3 and 4, it feels a bit flighty, and going and keeping the wheel closer to 12 o'clock as opposed to 9 o'clock, so to speak, when you're turning the wheel, that is the big challenge this evening right now. Making sure that you can not eat your stuff over a long green flag run, because remember, we've changed the caution rules, and tonight I would definitely anticipate at least a green flag run of 30 to 50 laps at least once.
All right. Well, one other question for you, Joe, and we'll have to let you go. But and thanks for talking with us. But do you? And you don't have to tell us what your strategy is. But do you have a strategy set up for tonight?
It will be mostly to middle around in the center of the pack, because I know I don't have an unbelievable set this week. It's a bit flighty. So as of right now, I want to be comfortable. I want to let the field string itself out, and if I can, win on strategy tonight, because I know I don't have the fastest car in the world, but I know I can execute everything else to the best of my abilities and put myself in a good position to win.
Well, very good attitude. Very good attitude. A very strong feel. That it looks like all these guys out here tonight are gonna hopefully put on a great show, and we wish you the best of luck out there, Joe. We will be watching to see if you can get that number 6 up in the front tonight.
Thanks, man. I hope I can do it too, or at least one of my other teammates can. I would love to see one of my other 4 teammates make it in victory lane tonight.
10-4 on that. All right, well, good luck.
Thanks a lot, Joe.
Thanks, guys.
Well, Rudy, we're going to get to do something here in the next about 2 minutes and 40 seconds plus or minus that both of us really enjoy doing. We're going to get to see open knockout qualifying.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. Well, Roger, while we're waiting on that, I am going to go ahead and do the national anthem here while we got a minute.
Good timing, because I'm going to take a quick break.
All right.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, Please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, welcome back here, race fans. We are getting ready to go to the open knockout qualifying here, and I think this is gonna be very interesting. These guys have been really enjoying doing this, so you know, we really like to watch the knockout, just in case you're not sure what that is. They all do get out there and qualify together, and then they come back in, and the top 10, I believe it is, will go back
10 or
out.
12.
10 or 12, yeah, whatever they decide, I guess, to go out and try to best their times, make them, you know, make better times, and see if they can maybe jumble around a little bit more. Now they can use drafting or whatever means they need to get up there to that top spot. So this is going to be interesting. I believe they're probably getting the last few minute instructions, I believe. These are part of the new rules that they have infracted onto the league here starting this season.
Yeah, starting with this format, Rudy. This is not the game changer, but this is actually a lot different than we're used to seeing with these guys. They get out here in packs, and you know the draft actually does pull a little on these cars. So you can see some guys pull the draft and move up in position here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll be able to see a lot of them here. I think some of them are going to try to go out and maybe just turn one lap by themselves and see what they can do, and then we'll probably see a lot of the guys joining in a pack.
Yeah, we'll see guys make a lap or two in the pit and get the car cooled off, and then go back out and do it again.
Well, no big surprise. There's Townsend coming in with a 29, almost a 29 flat. Now see if somebody can beat him. Keene right there. Keene just joined the league here. The beginning of the season. Young driver and really doing well here. I think he really impressed everybody last week at Daytona and had a very good run.
Now they had a pack that went out, and it all came in, and now here comes another pack.
Sean Butler up there. Boy, I'll tell you what, these guys are knocking out some absolutely amazing times. Hard to believe they can drive them Gen 6s around here that well. Oh man, look at that. John Batista breaking the 28-second barrier. I'm really not surprised by that. John is, man, I'll tell you what, he has come a long way in this league. He's a great driver. And I like to see him up there in the front. He was away for a little while, and he's back now. And boy, he's really proven himself.
We're going to see the time start to pick up now.
Oh yeah, I don't think that that 28.9 is going to be the top spot. I think we're probably I'm banking on seeing some 7s, 28 7s.
Yeah, I can't remember how long this first session is. Maybe 15 minutes, and then they come in and stop for 5, and then they go back out and finish up.
Yeah. Pretty interesting format, and you know, like you said earlier, I think you and I enjoy seeing this because boy, this really shows who's got the setup and who can hook up and draft. It's all about the driver driving abilities. Look at Spangler coming in there beating Townsend's time just by a 100th of a second. You know, I mean, that's amazing.
I'm watching the one car. Been out twice. 46.52, best time he's posted so far. But I watched him on both of his 2 first laps. He has clipped the turn 4 wall and exit, no time. You even catch a little bit of something, a 0x even, you get no time. You spin out and get a 1x or a 0 or even a 0x on a spin out. You're no time. So these guys have got to be under control and go this fast. So that's what makes Batista's time that much more impressive, is that to go that fast, you're almost out of control and you have to hold on to it.
Yeah, these guys they're taking them, they're pushing them right to the limit and blowing them up and everything. So definitely overheating the engines a lot.
You got to have clear track. You've got to have the right timing not to catch somebody where you got to roll out of the throttle and cost yourself time with all these cars on track. So it's made this format completely different than it's ever been, and I like it. I mean, because it's not always just about being fast. It's about everything being part of your qualifying lap.
Yep, there's Schweikert now up there with almost a 29 flat, so nobody's been able to touch that 28.9 yet of Batista's. I mean, as close as they are, they're still a 1/10 of a second off.
Crabtree and Sheets in practice got really close, but I'm waiting to see. I didn't think Schweikert showed everything he had, and I still don't think he has, but I'm waiting to see about a couple of these other guys. Galen Gidman there, 10th, and I think he's got a little bit more that he can drop out there.
Scoot Johnson, I'm really kind of confused. I think he is a pro, Scoot Johnson, because I've seen him in. I can't think of his name. I've seen them run together in a pro race, but I think he's a pro. Matt Busa. Him and Matt Busa run together. you know, so folks know, I mean, we've got folks in here that are on the road to pro. Patrick Crabtree, Alan Bowes, which I haven't.
Sheets.
Yeah, I haven't seen Alan Bowes in there tonight. Have you seen him yet?
No, I don't think he's gonna make it here tonight.
Oh man.
Schweikert's running road to pro.
Yep.
We got a few guys that do that.
Oh, yeah.
28, 9, 6, 2 for the one car.
Just not able to catch that that break there and get up there with Batista.
He had a slip in turn 4. I've been watching that car because I was positive he hasn't shown everything he's got, and so far I'm pretty much on it. He's going to go out one more time, I guarantee you, or he'll wait until the second session when there's less cars and really try to throw down one lap. Looks like we got the 2-minute warning for the first round here. Then they'll break it down and take the top. I believe it's 12 cars and move them on, and they'll get one more shot, and then that'll end it, and there'll be a short break.
All right.
Galen Gidman back on track, trying to turn in a new time. Here in the closing minutes, he's the bubble boy. He's 12th right now.
Mm-hmm.
29.065 jumps him all the way to 6th on the grid. So he's safely going to move on to the next one.
Yeah, and look at Berg now. Berg beating him with a 9:45.
The top 4 have all busted the 29-second barrier. We got the 1-minute warning. Michael Libby is on the bubble now.
None of these guys on the track. Wow.
Patrick Crabtree with a 9.6. Well, I'm sorry, with a 9.41.
Yep. Trying to
Libby
find
looks
him.
like he's having a good lap right now, Rudy.
Who?
Little slide. Oh, he slid it a little too much off of 4. That time's not going to count. So he is still 12th.
Who's that?
Michael Libby.
Oh, yeah.
Sedlick is not out. Miller is rolling out, but I don't think he can complete a lap. Tommy Lee's on his last lap of the session. .16th currently. Will he improve?
No.
Well, he didn't. He must have been on his out lap when I caught him, because now it looks like he's on a timed lap.
Oh.
Thomas Lee moves all the way to 9th with an 096.
Oh, man.
Ooh, and then McClintock.
Ouch.
And the top 15 will move on. So Zach Miller will move on. Nathan Sedlick, Michael Libby, Thomas Keene, Sean Butler, Thomas Brandner, Tommy Lee, Travis Townsend, Matt Spangler, Galen Gidman, Logan Sheets, John Schweikert, Jason Berg, Patrick Crabtree, and John Batista will be our 15 to run in the second session.
Oh, 15 drivers?
15 drivers. I was informed by Race Control.
Very good.
Let's go out here real quick. Say hi to all the people on the YouTube chat tonight, and say that I'll tell you what, that Ken Worley fan club, they are some dedicated fools out there. I tell you what, because they are all here in force again.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's what we like to see. All right, now they have a 10-minute segment here?
Yes, a 10-minute segment for the second segment.
Okay.
Then they will take a 5-minute break to let everyone, rehydrate or whatever they need to do. and this is where you're going to see the guys really try to throw down the lap because the track's going to be a whole lot cleaner now.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, only 15 of them go out, and hopefully we do get to see maybe their times pick up just a little bit. Everybody wanted to get into that top 15, and here they go. They're rolling out.
Yeah, going to be a good session. This is going to be the best part of the session. All the Ken Worley fans are getting me now. They're reminding me that Mr. Ken Worley had a birthday this week. Turned the big 4-6.
Ooh, happy birthday!
All the gray hairs are starting to show, I'm sure. But them two boys, I'm sure they had absolutely nothing to do with helping those gray hairs show up.
Oh, no.
But old Ken, he's getting a little long in the tooth, and they wanted me to make sure I give him a shout out on his birthday week. And I'm more than happy to do that. Ken's a good friend, and he's always been a good guy to me, and I like Ken quite a bit.
All right, let's see what they can do. The top 15 out here. Anybody can invest their time here, maybe pick up a slot or whatever here. But wow,
Batiste is on a good lap. Got a little wiggly in 4. And he really did not do anything for me. He was almost a tenth slower. It was over a tenth slower.
Crabtree right there, only 21 thousandths of a second off of that lead. And actually, I don't know, is Batista out there? I didn't even see him out there.
Yeah, he just completed his first run.
Okay, and he's coming down pit road. So, yeah, our pole sitter at the moment right here. And look at Crabtree, 21 thousandths of a second behind him. Man, I'm telling you what, that you can't blink that fast.
Did not better his lap at all. John Schweikert on track, coming through turn 4 right now. No, he's actually slowing her up. He'll come into pit road backwards this time.
Matt Spangler with a great time too. Man, I'm telling you what, 6th there, only a tenth off of the leader. A tenth is a lot though out here on the track with these cars as fast as they are. And if we get a couple car breakaway, I mean that could be devastating to him back there in 6th place. If he does lose the draft of them leaders.
That's the first driver that I've seen picked up on his second lap around. Spangler only picked up 5 1,000ths, but he picked up on his second lap. That's the first driver I've seen that's actually been able to pick up any time in the second lap.
Thomas Brander blowing it up.
Yeah.
All right, Travis Townsend out here really trying to better his time. Man, he just has not been able to do it.
But it's going to be tough because you can't reset the car. Once you run your laps, you have to go around, go in the pits. If you exit the track, you stay off. You don't get another shot.
Right.
So when the car gets hot and you come back around, then you have to sit there on pit road, wait for it to cool. And these cars don't cool well if they're not moving.
Right. Travis, he's coming down pit road like gangbusters there. Pabst Blue Ribbon on Matt Spangler car. Okay, I believe they might be getting down to where they're going to have to stop now.
We're getting close here. I still think we have a couple of more minutes. I don't know who's going to be able to get a run out. Guys got to get the cars cooled off first.
Right. It looks like everybody's sitting there.
Townsend and Butler are out together. Crabtree is back on track. And Crabtree just cratered the engine going into 3.
Butler back to 13th. Wow. So he has lost a little bit of his time. A couple of guys have got by him. So he's got to pick it up a ton here if he's going to get up there in the top 10.
See if Schweikert can get one more go at it.
And Butler does move up to 11th again. So he did better his time by just a hair.
Yeah, this format is excellent for us to watch the qualifying, but it's really... Oh!
Oh, what?
I'm not sure what happened there, but Schweikert had cooled the car off, was going and picking up his speed, going down the backstretch, and the 42 car just turned right in front of him. I'm not really sure why he did it. Very interesting circumstance there.
Mm-hmm. All right, real quick here, we're going to reset this one more time, just in case somebody come in again at the last minute, because they have been noted to do that on me, and it really messes me up. It looks like Tommy Lee going back out again. He is 10th on the grid right now, but I think he's going to give it one more shot here. Or maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think the car cooled off enough for him. And I think we're out of time. I think we're going to end the session right here.
Okay. All right, well, real quick here, we're going to...
Do some advertising?
Yes, sir. We will be right back.
So.
All right, Roger, we're back here and waiting for them to advance the session. and get this race underway. 125 laps here at Las Vegas tonight. Going to be a pretty good one, I think. They should be, yeah, there they go. Finally advancing it, so we will get down here to the grid and see where everybody is going to be. It looks like John Batista going to be on the pole as they get ready here. Taking it with a 28.921 in the number 39. All right, Patrick Crabtree starting second in the number 40. In third, the number 86 of Jason Berg. In fourth, the number 1 of John Schweikert. Let's get down here a little bit better so we can see the cars. There we go. All right, Logan Sheets in the number 5, starting, or in the number 58, excuse me, starting 5th. Matt Spangler in the 29, starting 6th. In 7th, the number 94 of Galen Gidman. In 8th, the number 5 of Michael Leiby. In 9th, the 08 of Travis Townsend. Tommy Lee not on the grid yet, but starting in the 10th spot in the number 33. Roger?
The number 93 of Sean Butler is going to start 11th tonight. To his outside, the 35 of Nathan Sedlick. Thomas Brander starts a 24 car in the 13th position. Thomas Keene, who appears to not be on the grid, will start the 14th position. Zachary Miller is going to start the 44 car in the 15th position. To his outside in the 38, Jamar Dumas. The 17 position is the 27 of Brian Wilderson. And Johnny Reed Foley in the 3 car starts 18th. Scoot Johnson will start the 88 in the 9th position. And the 20th position will be Evan Matvieco. Rudy?
All right, Tyler McClintock in the number 10, starting 21st. In 22nd, the number 69 of Matt Kocher, not on the grid yet. Joe Roberts in the number 6, starting 23rd. In 24th, the number 9 of Randall Drake. In 25th, the number 55 of Corey Wilson. In 26th, the number 48 of John Verga. In 27th, Keith Shaner in 47. In 28th, the 37 of Ken Worley. In 29th, the 84 of Greg Mathis. And rounding out the top 30 here in the number 96, Stephen Pearson. Roger?
Ford car of Zach Jahalis will start in the 31st position. Christopher Perryman starts his 41 car in the 32nd. The 07 of DeAndre Artis is going to start 33rd tonight. Mike Vining will start the 34th position in his number 72 Cummins Chevy. Donald Stewart will start the number 56 car in 35th. Paul Crumrye will start the number 8 car in 36th. And rounding out the field will be David Butterworth in the 81 car. Rudy?
All right, very good. These guys, I think, are chomping at the bit, ready to get this thing underway. Let's make sure we are live, and we are. Okay, we're going to get back up to John Batista as he is getting ready to lead these guys around and get ready to get the green flag to start it off.
Long race, 125 laps. These guys will probably just settle in and try to ride here for the most part, I think.
I think you're right, Roger. I think they're going to, they're pretty much veterans at a track like this here. So, and it looks like they've all got a pretty good handle on it. Come race time, they tighten up them belts. We're ready to go here.
This is where the real season for these guys starts, right here. Last week was a big track, easy to run, so. Pace car's off. Just waiting on the green flag. Verga is gone. And the green flag is out. What a start. Verga wasted no time to get away from Patrick Crabtree and Jason Berg. John Schweikert in tow as we're going to go down into turn 1 here. Pretty much single file till we get back to about 6th position, where it looks like Spangler and Gidman are fighting for that spot going into 2.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough match up here in the front right now. We've got, looks like Patrick Crabtree might be taking over the lead from John Batista.
That didn't take a lap. Batista got a huge start.
Yeah, he did. And Crabtree didn't have any problem reeling them in.
But Batista led the lap. He's going to get the point. everybody pretty much singled out until I get back here around 20th position. And we got a couple of guys side by side. Looks like Joe Roberts and Evan Matvienko back there.
Yeah, big field, Roger.
Somebody on the apron down here in 3 and 4, slowing off the pace. That was Jason Berg down there. He got her gathered up. Looks like he's going to fall back around 12th, 11th.
Yeah, about 11th.
Yeah, he did a great job of gathering that car up. He got down, it over-rotated just a little bit on him at the late exit of turn 4. He got down there, did a good job of saving that and not bringing out a caution, not getting into anybody. A good piece of driving by Berg right there, just not to wreck the car, because it was out of control. Got one in the grass on the front stretch.
Zach Chahalis.
Yeah, it was Zach Chahalis, that's correct.
Yeah, he does get it back going, so no caution coming out there.
Somehow he's got left side damage already.
Might have been a little rubbing on the start.
Oh, actually, it looks like he's got all around the car damage except for the nose and the rear end. So, coming back up through, I'm kind of starting to the back here and looking at how these guys. Crumride's back at the back there, just kind of riding like he said he was going to. He's got Butterworth, his teammate, right in front of him. They're following Mike Viney, who's running 34th. I mean, this is so early that these positions really don't mean a whole lot. These guys are going to do something, later in the run right now. Right now, Ken Worley's making a move on Stephen Pearson here for about 32nd position. Some of the only action on the track right now. Everybody else is single file there.
Yeah, it's. I think the guys are starting to just kind of like I think they want to get some of the laps chewed down here. A long race here tonight, Roger. 125 laps. Holy smokes!
Yeah, I don't know who I just saw in this group up here at about 18th through 21st. Somebody got really sideways off the board, and I missed the car number. He's already got it gathered up, but that is about the best action on the track. We have these guys 3 deep, 2 wide for about 2 laps there. Somebody's on the inside. I think that's Drake. Kills the inside wall with that car.
Missing all this action.
I just caught that when I was flipping cameras around. Drake come off of 2, the car went down and killed the inside wall. That car is torn up right now. He's got to go to pit road. Wow, he's got massive damage on the left side of that car. I'm sure it ain't driving straight.
Well, it looked like maybe him and Keith Shaner got together there. Shaner might have gave him a little tap in the rear, and that was on the front stretch.
And David Butterworth is going to be out of this race. He just killed the car in turn 1.
And
no caution.
Right there, Randall Drake, boy, he did. Oh, he hit the inside wall a ton. Who'd you say?
David Butterworth, smoking, rolling it down through turns 3 and 4 right now. He hit the wall in turn 1, blew motor.
Oh, man.
All by himself. Didn't have any help.
Go back and take a look at that. Hate to see. Oh, yes. Boy, he did get out of shape. Oh, man, did he hit that outside wall a ton? Yeah, and if he blew his motor. A good job by these guys keeping this thing green. Holy smoke. And he's headed for pit road, Roger.
Yep.
Making it to his pit stall. Now, they don't get any resets, so he's going to have to sit there and see if they can fix that thing. But if he's got a blown motor, I don't know if they'll be able to fix that or not.
Well, smoking like it is, they'll probably work on it, but when he comes back out, it's not going to run right, and eventually that motor is going to let go if they do put him back out there. I was watching Townsend and Crabtree were battling pretty good for 5th position there. Now Crabtree's rusting it away, and he and Logan Sheets are riding 4th and 5th, trying to catch up to Schweikert, who has the lead past Batista and with Matt Spangler. Oh, Chahalis off turn 4 down low.
I did see that. It looked like he was trying to enter pit road. It was just going a little bit too fast and slides it up on the track. So
new brake, new tire, all that, same as we saw last week down at Daytona. you know, you get on the brakes a little bit. This tire reacts a little different to the weight shifts on the car, and it's easy to snap it around.
Mm-hmm. All right, Roger, what do you think? You want to get down there and try to talk to somebody, or you want to let them do their pit stops and maybe we'll catch them after that?
Let's let them get their pit stops in, and then we'll catch them after they come out and see kind of where we're at.
All right, sounds good to me. I believe we're going to probably see everybody coming down pit road. Waiting for everyone to come down. A lot of field, the big field here tonight. We started, Roger, with 37 drivers taken to the grid tonight. That's a huge field.
Yeah, that's a lot of cars for these guys. But I mean, we got the first 12 laps in without incident. That's a big plus too.
Mm-hmm. Man, good race off of pit road. It looks like Schweiker got it, but somebody I believe stayed out. Jamar Dumas staying out on the track. Get up to him in just a minute. Yep, Jamar staying out, and Schweiker going to be starting second. Now, I don't know, maybe Jamar might have stayed out just to lead a lap, but we'll see if he does kind of forego that leading a lap thing and come down pit road. Everybody else is going to have new tires, and he won't. So,
well, if he stayed out to lead a lap, he has to stay out this time, or he won't lead a lap anyway. Right. And all he'll do is move himself all the way to the back of the field, which may be his intent to begin with. But I think he's going to get that point. He may go in the next time.
Yeah, he might. Yep. Yeah, because it would be, I don't know. He might be all right for a lap, but I think after that, Schweiker's just going to eat him for lunch.
Yeah, it won't take long.
Yeah, if he stayed out, got to give it a lap, get them tires warmed up a little bit, and of course his tires, they got 13 laps on them. 12 good green flag laps on it. So, they've got a little bit of wear on them now.
Yep.
What are we looking at for a pit window now that the rest of the field has stopped? What is a pit window? What is it, about 40 laps or?
About between about 44 and 48, I believe, is our pit window here this week.
Okay.
Well, let's do something here. I've made a decision. I think I want to get down here. I want to talk to one of these drivers, and I want to embarrass him just a little bit, I think. But I want to talk to somebody real quick and see how his week and how his race tonight looks like it's going to shape up for him this early.
All right, I'll open the mic for you.
No, sir.
Go for it.
Ken Worley, Roger Wagner. You got a copy, bud?
Yeah, I got you, Roger.
Well, let me start here by saying happy birthday, old man. 46 this week. All the gray hairs are starting to show, I'm sure, and I'm sure you're going to blame the two boys for that. But beyond that, dude, let's talk about the car. Let's talk about what your plan is for the week here at Vegas, and tell us kind of how the race is going thus far, buddy.
So far, not too bad. Plan on just riding it out and see where we're at towards the end.
Man, I know you got a pretty good bunch of teammates. You got a couple guys up there close to the front already that are running pretty good equipment. I'm sure you're running the same stuff. Are you just going to bide your time here and then start picking them off one at a time, or are you going to try to find out what you got at one point, make a run at it, and see what it does?
Yeah, we're definitely going to try to pick them off one at a time if we can, and then, like I said, if we're there at the end, we'll make a run at it. Give a shout out to the Budweiser Party Porch. Got all the WCR fans out there, and a lot of the people from the Sarkent Aircraft Maintenance Squadron.
All right, buddy, and we thank them all for their service, and thank everybody that's up there cheering everybody on. We appreciate all the fans, and you have a good race, and hopefully we get a shot at talking to you end of the race on the podium, bud. Good luck.
Thank you, Roger.
Well, that's his style. You know, you can't. I've known Ken a while, and that's just that he's just going to hang out there, let the race come to him, and that's just how he kind of always attacks these things. Just kind of waits, makes it come to him, and he's usually there at the end. So let's see what the sort of 37 car can do when we get down here to about 10 to go. Let's find out where he's at.
All right, well, we're ready to go green here, Roger, and it looks like the pace
It's on
car,
you, buddy.
Pace car's getting ready to dive onto pit road, and Schweiker hits the throttle right away, takes right off, and Matt Spangler right with him. Oh, and Schweiker loses it out across the grass. Oh no! He gets it straightened out, no caution, but
And he kept it out of pit road, so he's going to avoid getting that unsafe pit entry deal. He's just going to have to start all over, work his way from the back, and give him. It's really hard on the restarts, and these tires have really, in my opinion, made it that much more difficult because when you do jump on that throttle, the car reacts completely different than what we've been used to for all these seasons in the past. And, you know, that's what you see. You see cars jump when you don't expect them to. So I imagine John wasn't quite ready for that. When the car jumped, he did a great job of keeping it off pit road and not giving himself a under green black flag. So we'll watch him car through the field. It won't take long.
John Batista tapped the wall coming out of turn 2 that time, and that afforded Patrick Crabtree to get a super run on him. But Batista not giving up without a fight.
No, and neither will Crabtree. These two will battle until someone makes a mistake or someone gives.
And Logan Sheets into the mix of it now. Does get by Travis Townsend to go into fourth. But
Not
they're
so fast, my friend.
Yeah, they're still side by side. Well, I'll tell you what, great racing going on right here. But in the meantime, Matt Spangler is pulling away from the field by 1.4 seconds.
They're too wide, too deep, and they've got Bird just waiting for a hole to open so he can push his way by these guys. Second, third, fourth, fifth, all the way back to sixth. Brander running seventh there. Crabtree might prevail here if he can get the bumper up in front and slow his momentum. Yeah, Crabtree's going to take second. Looks like Townsend's going to try to come up there and make a battle out of the second spot. Saw a really nice pass back here. Just now, but I can't catch a number on that. I think that's Perryman's car. Yeah, maybe not.
Well, looks like Batista now trying to make a run on the inside of Crabtree, but can't make it stick coming out of turn 2. Who was that?
44 car. It's a 44 car, and he is just Zach Miller. He was just really loose through 1 and 2, and he touches on the left rear corner of the 10, but 10 didn't spin out down the backstretch. That was some intense moments right there. And Cucker is looking on the outside of the 44. Galen Gidman's in the wall in 1 and 2 in front of all these guys.
Brother, yeah, he is way up the hill, and he loses about 4 spots right there.
Not much damage on that car.
Hate to see Galen up there like that, but he is going to go way back in the field now. Goes back to 12th. Well, not way back. 14th, excuse me. Not way back, but he does lose about 4 positions on that. Let's ride along with Galen here for a minute on the roof cam and see what he's seeing. Driving the Barks Root Beer Chevrolet here tonight. Just a long string of cars, and
got a car going through the grass on the front stretch right now, and I missed the number.
Johnny Reed Foley.
And Foley, yep, Johnny Foley. Got it turned around there, 1 and 2. Caution's out.
Yep, caution is out, so let's go back and take a look. Yes, sir, Johnny Reed Foley. Man, was he ever... Okay, we're going to go back here and check this out one more time with a different camera angle. We will go back here. He's right on the back bumper of Galen Gidman. Not sure if he just got loose on his own or what the deal was. Yes, he did. Why was I on Galen Gidman?
No damage on that car. He just went for a little cruise through the grass.
Well, I thought it was on Johnny Reed Foley. I know I was. He brings it right back up onto the track, though. Wow.
Well, I think he was just trying to get low down, and you can't jump on the brakes anywhere, or the car will start spinning. Then you're really out of control. So he did about the best he could keeping it straight.
Well, he didn't hit anything. That's good news. But the bad news is he's going to go back through the field quite a little ways, and going to have to work all the way back up through. So unfortunate for Matt Spangler now, because he was way out in the front, and here they all coming down pit road. He had about a 1.8 second lead on the field, Roger, and all that's just gone now. Now he's going to have to get off of pit road quick.
Yeah, we've got 3 retirees from the race now. Randall Drake, David Butterworth, and Jason Berg, who just took his car behind the wall a couple of laps before this caution. I don't know exactly why, but he took his car out of here, and I was watching a little bit to see what position Schweikert ended up in. He had come up to about 25th or 26th right there before that caution came out. So this is a good break for him.
Well, looks like Crabtree come out first, so we will get up to him. He beat everybody off of pit road.
He took 4 tires and beat everybody off pit road by a long shot.
Yeah, he had a 14.6 second pit stop. Second place, Matt Spangler, had a 15.4. So right there's, 8/10 of a second.
Yeah.
That's almost a full second. That's a lot on pit road. I'm showing Randall Drake still sitting on pit road. But John...
well, when I checked, his car wasn't on pit road anymore, but it could have just been a glitch.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find him here. Randall Drake. Yeah, he's sitting on pit road there. Now he's rolling out.
Well, he had a ton of damage.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sure he had to sit there for a while.
Yeah, he is rolling up, trying to beat the pace car off of pit road. It looks like he just barely beats him off the pit road there, so great job by him. Hopefully he can get out there and race it up with these guys again, pick up a couple positions there as Jason Berg and David Butterworth are out of the race. So we're down to 35 drivers now. Nice.
Still a big field, though.
We're getting, just kind of looking at it here, Roger, we're getting about 12 or 13 laps, and then there's a caution. So it's kind of telling me that that's about where the tires are starting to feel a little bit of wear and maybe making the cars just a tick loose. You think I'm right on that, or?
Actually, I think you should get about 20 before you really feel a big effect. But you're going to see, depending on the setup, depending on how guys driving it, you're going to see guys all over the map. Some guys are going to last a little while. Some guys have to start slow and then they get faster. And some guys are going to start really fast and back off. But it's probably going to be kind of a combination. The average, you're probably right, it's probably going to be about 12 or 13. But for the most part, most of the drivers I talked to felt like you should be able to really hold your speed up for around 20 laps and then carry everything on through the mid-30s before you really start to see that cliff show up where the tire wear becomes a big issue.
Right. All right, well, lights are off on the pace car. Everybody going to start doubling up. Spangler second, Batista third, Travis Townsend 4th, Logan Sheets 5th, Sean Butler in 6th, Thomas Brandner 7th, Michael Libby 8th, Tyler McClintock in 9th, and Zachary Miller rounding out the top 10. And I think, well, I'll tell you what, Roger, I think we're going to have a heck of a good start here because we've got 4 very fast guys right there in the top 4.
The top 10 are really fast
Oh,
drivers.
yeah. But I'm just saying that
We get good restart and an even restart, then we're going to start to see something. But string out a little bit, and this thing could go green for. We could see green flag pit stops if this thing can get strung out and nobody makes a mistake. This could turn into a really exciting race.
Oh, it has been so far, and we're only 28 laps into it. We've got a long ways to go here, and we've already seen some absolutely amazing racing.
Crabtree and Spangler are going to bring us back to the green here. Going to restart lap 29. Just under 100 laps to go. Pace cars in. Crabtree's on the gas. Spangler there. Batista. Little bit of tire spin from the 08 car of Townsend, but a good restart. I think that's Sean Butler that's flashing right there about 5th. But as they go down into 1 and 2 here, man, Travis Townsend really drove it off deep right around Batista on the outside, and he's going to take over that 3rd spot. Good restart by everybody.
Yeah, as I figured, though, these front 3 or 4 here are probably going to start pulling away a little bit. But I'm going to tell you what, Sean Butler is really cranking up the heat right now. He's running in the 5th spot, and he is turning up the heat.
We had a good race brewing back there for about 7th. McClintock, Brander, Sheets, these guys are running really tight, really hard. Man, that is really tough right there to watch. Matt Cucker right there with that group. And Sheets' car looks like it's just really slow on the bottom. He can't get off the bottom. He's given up 3 spots in the last lap and a half.
Well, he might have to wait for them tires to come in a little bit. Tyler McClintock right on the back bumper of Thomas Brander now in the A&W Root Beer Chevrolet. So these guys really racing it up right now on lap 31. Tyler McClintock looks to the inside. It may have that position on him, and also a couple other drivers going to sneak in there too. He opens up the bottom door, and not what he wanted to do. But we got a couple.
Matt Vieco killed the inside wall. Tommy Lee in the outside wall. No caution yet.
Oh, Evan is really tore up there.
Yeah, and Tommy Lee's engine looks like it might be over.
Well, let's go back and take a look at Evan here. Him and Tommy Lee may have got together, Roger, because they were racing right around each other.
I'm watching, and it looks like Tommy on the outside really gets loose and just comes down into Vieco. I don't see Matt doing anything wrong there. I think Tommy just got loose, and,
he did.
Vieco was already there.
Yep, he sure did.
Tommy Lee is on pit road.
Yeah, Matt Vieco, man, he hit that inside wall. I mean, he hit it hard.
Yeah, both those cars probably done for the day, if I had to guess.
Evan just...
Vieco's engine let go right as he gets to his pit stall. Man.
So, let's see if we can find Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee on pit road as well. And Green's still out. But he's sitting there trying to get a little bit of damage fixed up. I wanted to go back, Roger, maybe and look at that one more time if we can. Let's see if I can find him again here. These guys racing it up really hard. And it looks like you said there, Tommy just drove it into the turn hard. And let's see what happens here coming out. And it looked like maybe he might have chased that. He did. He kind of chased it a little bit. and come down into the hill, down into Matt Vieco, and then out into the outside wall. Boy, and the drivers were all around trying to get away from Tommy.
Yeah, everybody had to just kind of dodge. I mean, and that's what you have to do.
Looks like Tommy is back out on the track. Just probably got what he needed to get fixed. But we will get back up here to Patrick Crabtree, our leader. Still under green, and got Travis Townsend up his tailpipe now.
Yes, good racing up there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Good racing.
Man. It's kind of what I figured. Them in front four are really racing it up hard. Sean Butler really he's struggling right now trying to keep up with them guys. He's trying to keep up with the draft. Draft really important here. You wouldn't think of being a mile-and-a-half track it would be that important, but it is.
Yeah, you get a little bit. It's just kind of the physics of this car, and you get a pull a little bit. These big old cars putting a big hole in the air, and we are going pretty quick around here. So you got to respect that.
Yeah, and he's getting a lot of pressure right now from Tyler McClintock, and Tyler does get by him. We got a caution. Oh my, Zachary Miller.
Zach Miller and Perryman, maybe?
We're going to go back and watch this here. Zach Miller, we're going to watch this from far chase view here. Let's see what happens.
Oh, Thomas Brander got loose in front of these two, and Perryman moved to miss, and Miller was on his outside. Miller's car's done, and I can't tell from Perryman's at the moment, but I think he might be done as well.
Right there, Tom Sprander. Oh, yeah. And Christopher Perryman come up the hill, and Zach come down the hill just a little bit, too. If you look at both of them kind of went toward each other. And, boy, Zachary, his car, the engine just let go on him, and he's going to be done. And I'll tell you what, Christopher Perryman, he's probably done, too.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and take a look at that on a replay and see if Brander got loose because the 33 car was there and he was way, way off the pace, and Brander had to jump out of the throttle to not hit him on the exit of 4, and it caused his car to break loose.
Right. All right, Crabtree bringing him down pit road once again here, folks. Let's see who's going to win the race off of pit road this time. Well, we're losing guys left and right. The field was getting a little shorter. Looks like Matt Vieco and Scoot Johnson, Christopher Perryman all may be out of the race. So looking to see if Crabtree can beat Batista off of pit road. I don't know, man. Well, we've got guys already off of pit road. So Patrick Crabtree with a bad pit stop, 18.9 seconds.
Wow. I wonder if he had a little bit of damage we couldn't see on that car. Maybe they had to pull a fender out or something.
That could be. But yeah, he's going to go back. He's going to be restarting. Let me see here.
Whoo, he's back there a ways.
Yeah, he's going to be back in about 9th place. So...
yeah, that's what I got.
A brand new leader up front, Paul Crumry. Look at this. Yay. Out there wanting to lead a lap. Tommy Lee right ahead of him, but I'm showing Tommy Lee about 4 laps down, so he's going to stay out there now. He just come off a pit road a minute ago and probably going to stay out there and at least try to get one of his laps back. But I'm showing him back in about 32nd place. So Paul Crumry going to stay out.
Yeah, that's not what I expected.
Nope. Randall Drake still on pit road. Looks like Greg Mathis was on pit road. Zachary Chahalas. So quite a few guys still trying to get a little of that damage fixed up. So Roger, what do you think? You get down there and maybe talk with somebody?
Yeah, here, give me a sec. I noticed something a second ago that I didn't notice before. The one car, John Schweikert, had been kind of coming through the field. His nose on his car is all tore up now, and I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, he's on pit road right now.
Oh, I see what happened. Lap 25, he faked a pit entry, and then he jumped on the throttle and killed the car himself.
Oh, brother. Yeah, he does have a lot of nose damage on that.
Yep.
And he's really fighting to try to win this championship this year. As we talked to him there last year, he was coming out here ready to rock and roll and get this thing, get a good race in.
Yeah, and I know he was really wanting to come in here and kind of throw the gauntlet down and make a statement to start this season. And he just had, he had a good finish last week at Daytona. Just kind of at the end there, got caught up sideways. He wasn't going to win the race, but he got a top 3 finish out of it. And I know he wanted to come in here this week and either win or finish in the top 3 again to make that statement. Does not look right now like that's going to happen. So not the start he was looking for at Vegas. He didn't roll the dice well.
All right, well, Paul Crumry in first, Matt Spangler second, Travis Townsend third, Sean Butler in fourth, John Batista fifth, Tyler McClintock sixth, Logan Sheets seventh, Thomas Brandner eighth, Patrick Crabtree ninth, and Michael Leiby your top 10.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm taken back a little by this choice by Crumry at this point on these tires, because we did have a pretty good run there. So I'm really interested to see what's going to happen to him on this restart coming up. I think he's just going to get eaten up, and hopefully he doesn't spin the tires and get anybody collecting anything up here. I think Paul's smarter than that. I think he'll just take it easy on the start, but mostly I think he wanted to get a point. Early in the season, every point's going to count. I understand why he did it. It just might not have been a good choice. We're not even halfway yet.
All right, pace car makes that hard left turn on pit road, and Paul hits the gas right away and does spin the tires. And boy, that just John Batista. Oh man, Travis Townsend out in the front. Boy, everybody getting by him. So
I'm not going to be surprised if Townsend is black flag. Oh,
Matt
contact!
Man, these guys are getting just a bit racy now.
Yeah, that was side by side. Just that little bit of drift you get in the corners, the two cars touch.
Sean Butler now going to take second. He is on a roll right now. Third place going to go to John Batista. And Tyler McClintock in fourth. Crabtree up to fifth after that restart. Look at this. He's already picked up the fifth. Man, amazing job by Crabtree. Now he's going by Tyler McClintock. And those two are teammates, aren't they?
No, McClintock has been a teammate of... I'm not sure now because McClintock was a teammate of Schweikert's, but my understanding was that he's not with that team anymore. I can't confirm that, but I do know that he's been running good every week, and it hasn't really made any difference. So Tyler's actually really made a statement coming into this league this season.
Well, Travis Townsend out there by 1.3 seconds. Man, what a lead he's got on Sean Butler. And Sean Butler's got a rearview mirror full of John Batista.
Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth are all in a big line. And Spangler is working Sheets over. Sheets had to roll out from McClintock, and this is turning into a heck of an event right here.
Crabtree on the inside of Batista, and that is for position. And boy, he almost looked like when he was going into turn 3, like he was going to get Batista and Butler both.
They got a real slow lap car, Tommy Lee, coming up right here. He is like 10 to 15 miles an hour slower right now.
Crabtree with a nose just barely under. Oh, and they go 3 wide. Holy smoke. That was, whew, that had my heart racing right there. Crabtree is right there. Not now. He kind of slides it up in front of Sean Butler to take over second place. Sean getting challenged again by Batista on the inside. So, man, these guys are really racing hard right now, Roger.
Yeah, they're trying to get everything they can early on these tires.
Oh, the 29. The 29 into Sean Butler. So, all right, well, we're going to go back here and see what happened to Sean. This was bad here. Sean Butler getting hooked like that, but let's go back and see it. The 39, excuse me, I'm sorry, not the 29. John Batista just barely touching him. That's all it takes, though.
Yeah, Spangler, he just got right in the left rear corner of the 93 right there.
Or it was 29, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, John. Yeah, he just barely touched Sean. And it does put Sean into the outside wall, though, and he is going to have some pretty serious damage on that car. So, yeah, the 29 of Matt Spangler. And I'm sure, you know, it wasn't intentional or nothing like that. It was just one of them racing incidents. But, well, that's really going to mess up Sean's car bad. The whole back end of that car is really mangled up. That's going to affect his downforce a lot.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get back up here to Townsend. He is bringing them down pit road right now. The whole crew coming down pit road, and that's going to put Sean clear back to about 27th place, Roger.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to put him way back. And there's a lot of fast cars that have moved their way to the back. Going back, and I checked on Schweikert's car, and they fixed it. Knows that car pretty good. I think he's still going to be a little bit snug, but they did a good job working on his car. I'm seeing several cars. I just thought I saw the 27 car with a bunch of rear damage, and I have no idea where that came from.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Logan Sheets beating everybody off of pit road. Man, what a...
Did he take 2 tires?
No, he took 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a pit stop.
Oh, you know what? I am sorry. I don't think he pitted.
Maybe not.
No, I don't think he pitted.
No, he didn't pit.
Okay, my bad. Sorry. All right, Michael Leiby going to be second. Travis Townsend third. I think Travis is the one that beat everybody out of pit road. Michael Leiby come out first. Now, Michael only did a 2-tire change. And he will be restarting second. Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah, Michael Leiby did the 2-tire change. All right, Townsend third, Crabtree fourth, McClintock fifth, Batista sixth, Corey Wilson in seventh, Johnny Reed Foley back up to the 8th position. Good job for him. Galen Gidman in 9th, Thomas Brander, your top 10. It looks like Randall Drake did finally retire that car, so we've had 5 drivers retire tonight. Or, I'm sorry, 7 drivers. David Butterworth, Jason Berg, Randall Drake, Evan Matvieco, Scoot Johnson, Christopher Perryman, and Zach Miller, all retired from the race now. 30 drivers left out on the track, Roger. As we're getting ready here to should get the 1 to go this time by, and everybody can get lined back up. What do you think? Do you want to talk to somebody or not?
Yeah, I want to talk to Randall Drake real quick. A pretty rough night for him this week. Looks like his night's going to be done early. I was kind of hoping he'd kind of tell us what happened there, since we did see it, but we didn't get a chance to really go back and review it too much. Randall, walk us through what happened early in the race there, buddy.
Yeah, I was just coming off of turn 4. I'm not sure who was in front of me. It looks like the guy got loose, and I overcorrected, slapped the wall, and then for some strange reason, the car just got wicked loose in turns 2, and I lost control, and I hit the wall. And then I fixed all my damage while I was watching the Ranger game, and and then I came back on the track to get some positions, and then the engine just went out on me. So it's a rough night, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of guys get loose on the exits, and my thoughts are that it's a product of a lot of horsepower and limited slip angles, and maybe guys a little bit snug, because if you don't snug it, the car can really be a handful. But I think guys maybe are making themselves push loose. That's just kind of what I see. Tell us if that's accurate.
That is very accurate, and I think that low line coming off of turn 4 is so difficult that you have to have a really good set that's stable. It's not gonna, like you said, push loose, and it's unfortunately right there is tough. It's probably where all the people in practice and qualifying were getting loose.
Yeah, we did notice a little bit of that in qualifying too, especially guys coming off the low line trying to get that fast lap out there, going out and brushing that wall. And everybody knows in qualifying you can't have any X's, even a 0. It'll nullify that lap. And I saw several cars look like they were on flyer laps that clipped the wall coming off 4 and didn't get any times for those. So overall, your impressions of the race tonight as the league owner, as the head admin, kind of give us your impressions of where we're at. We're getting ready to go green here, so
I'm thrilled with the turnout. I'm happy everybody came back after a strong week last week. Racing so far has been pretty good from what little bit that I've seen. Caution's going to happen with this bigger field, but from what I can see, it's been pretty good.
Very good. We'll hang around just a second. Let's get this restart under our belt, and then we'll let you get back to your admin duties.
All right, 10-4.
Sheets and Lively on the front row here, Rudy. The pace car's in, and Sheets wasting no time. He's out of here on the gas, but I think he spun the tires a little because Townsend got a monster run on him, and he is going to be right even going into 1 and 2. McClintock got a great restart, got past Crabtree, who was kind of hung up by Lively. But going through 1 and 2 here, looks like Travis Townsend's going to take that lead, Rudy.
Sure thing, and Tyler McClintock following right along with him. So Logan Sheets with a great start, but spinning them tires, you can see how much of a difference that makes. Crabtree gets by him also, and he goes back to 4th in 1 lap.
Yeah, and he got a great jump on everyone, just could not keep the power to the ground, and everybody just ate him up.
One that I wanted to kind of point out, DeAndre Artis, I don't know exactly what happened to him. Well, let's go back and check on him, because after that restart, he did not get a good start and is way back in 28th position. And he started up here about 11th or 12th. So I don't know what happened to him, but he may be struggling with a little bit of a loose car.
He's struggling with something in that car. I'm watching that restart right now. Man, I'll tell you what, there are a bunch of cars that got damaged on that restart. Spangler got all over Steven Pearson back there at the back and just run him right into the outside wall. Little aggressive on the restart. These guys are really trying to get after it. The guys with damaged cars are really making some noise out there.
And Sean Butler back up to the 18th position. Now I'm watching him, and he's following Brian Wilson. Brian Wilson, we didn't really talk too much about Brian today, Roger, and here he is running 17th in the field, and he is a much stronger runner than what we're seeing here.
Yeah, that's the car I was saying I noticed on pit road. He had a whole bunch of damage, and he, I don't know where he got it. Steven Pearson is going to be rolling into pit road. He just destroyed that car.
I'm not seeing any damage on Wilson's car right now.
They must have did a good job of fixing that thing up.
Thomas Keene, the newcomer here, running in 16th.
DeAndre Artis is in that wreck, and Steven Pearson didn't bring out a caution.
And Ken Worley in 15th. Look at this here. Now, I believe he's going back to the 16th because looked like Thomas Keene did get by him. But for the Ken Worley fans, there he is running in 16th. about 5 seconds behind the leader. Not bad for right now. They've still got a long race to go. We're creeping up on the halfway mark here in about 3 more laps.
I was going to say, guys, I think some of these guys that got damaged, they might have been some of the cars that were a little bit on the loose side, so maybe that tightened them up and they're able to be a little stronger.
We're definitely seeing some aggression on some of these restarts. For some guys, it is paying off, and for some of the other guys, it's really detrimental to the rest of the race.
Well, it's all about track position.
We got one off the track back there.
Nathan Sedlick just killed the inside wall.
Let's go back and take a look. No caution coming out.
Bet you these guys are missing those manual cautions right about now.
Yeah, you probably. He just looped that thing all on his own. And that car's done. The engine let go as soon as he hit the inside wall there. Wow. Man, he hit that wall hard.
We're on Nathan right now, watching him. It looks like maybe coming out of turn 2. Coming out, yeah, coming out of turn 2. Right there, he just loses it and comes.
Nobody around him.
No, just well, there was somebody right behind him there that might have took a little air off of that back spoiler, but boy,
I didn't think they were that close.
Yeah, boy, did he hit that wall hard.
John Batista's looping it off of 2. Oh, and he just nosed it into the inside wall.
Let's get up here live. We'll go back and watch and see what happened to John.
John had a good car, strong.
Yes, he did. And that's the thing that we're seeing out here. These guys, the strong guys, the guys that are the good runners week after week, maybe struggling with a little bit of a setup problem here on Las Vegas tonight.
And up front now.
Yeah, right.
Townsend has been reeled back in here by Crabtree and McClintock, but Crabtree's taken over the second spot. McClintock's running third, and then it's a huge gap back to Logan Sheets, who on the old test. Oh, and McClintock's engine just let go going into turn 1. That may be a caution if we're not careful. Tommy Lee ridiculously slow and messing with the leaders right there. Wow.
Why did Tyler's engine let go?
Imagine he had too much tape or he had some nose damage. I'm trying to jump back there and look.
I'm going to go back here and watch him and see. He must have had too much tape.
No damage. He must have had too much tape on that thing. Because it just let go.
Well, a lot going on right now. Yes, it did. It just blew right there going into the turn. And I'm sure he's probably really disappointed right now. I believe he's coming down pit road to see if he maybe can't get that fixed. But if it's completely blown, Roger, he won't be able to get back out there.
I think he said over race control that he was, or driver chat, whatever, that he was done.
Oh man, what a bummer for Tyler. John
Batista. I think it was just too much tape. Or that he was running too close to the guy in front of his bumper, not letting any air get in that car. Because I know when I ran a few laps, about 10 or 12 laps in a row out there, I had about 30% tape on the car, and I didn't have a problem with it overheating. Got to about 260 and really just kind of hung there. But I wasn't in traffic, so I think if you had much more than that, you were in traffic. You're gonna have to poke the nose out and get some air in that car. Don't think he might have been doing that.
Yeah, 30 was definitely the tape that I was actually running for this race, so it's about right, Roger.
I'm watching Michael Libby work Logan Sheets over.
Yeah.
He just takes that spot away.
Yes, he does. Logan just pulls over and lets him go. Probably a good smart thing. Don't try to race him so hard like that, because all you're doing is using up your tires.
Well, and I think these older tires are starting to show their face now for Logan Sheets. He's been banking on us getting these 12, 13 lap runs, and we're into a pretty good run here now.
Sure thing. We're well past halfway. About 6 laps past halfway now. And these guys really racing it up good, but they're back here 2.7 seconds behind the leader already.
And we're about 14, 15 laps into this run, one of our longest runs of the night, and the older tires really started to show. But Travis Townsend had gapped out on Patrick Crabtree now just a little bit after that run-in with the lap car of Tommy Lee there. He took that lead back away, and he's really stretched it out.
Thomas Brander in 5th. And right behind him, look at good old faithful Galen Gidman hanging in there in 6th spot, 4 seconds behind the leader.
My buddy Steady Eddie there in the 94 car, just trying to get what he can get, not doing anything crazy, letting the car do the work and letting the race come to him. Going to get his positions, but he's about to get under fire here from Corey. Corey's right there in the 55 car. He's going to put some pressure on him here in the next lap or so.
He sure is. Boy, look at the run that Thomas Brander got coming up on Logan Sheets and gets up underneath him going into the turn. Gets a little squirrely, but let's see if he can get him here coming to the line. Boy, I mean, he closed up on him really fast, so I think Logan Sheets' tires are gone.
Well, they're definitely going away, but Brander looks like he's really getting good bite from the center out, and he's really getting a great drive off the exits of the corners, because he just stretched out right there on Sheets from about the 2/3 mark of the corner to the exit.
All right, Michael Leiby still.
Matt Cucker, give him a call here. He's been making some noise and coming forward, and he's catching that group right there with Sheets and Gidman and Corey Wilson. He's closing in on those guys. He's been, for the last 2 or 3 laps, I've had him on my screen, and he's closing right in on those guys.
It's definitely a track you don't want to overdrive it. It needs tires.
Absolutely.
Matt,
got a couple 3 battles shaping up, Rudy, that are doing pretty good here. Let you cover what you were going to cover real quick there, but we got some good groups going together here.
Yeah, Matt, boy, I'll tell you, he is closed right up on Corey Wilson, and they've made it a 4-car battle right there, hanging, from about 6 back to 8. Good battle going on between them 4.
Thomas Brander is about to swallow Michael Leiby. My gosh, he closed 10 car lengths down the back stretch.
2 fast forward guys up front there.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a pretty good battle now. And I want to get up to these leaders because, boy, that is looking like it's getting hot up there.
Yeah, Patrick Crabtree's starting to reel in Townsend.
A lot of the usual suspects up front again. It's nice to see that the open qualifying, while push some guys back, see the usual suspects coming back forward. Just taking a little extra time.
Get it right here in a minute. I've seen Crabtree a little bit loose coming out of the 1 turn there. And Travis Townsend, boy, he's just on a rail here tonight. His car doesn't seem to be loose coming out of the turns at all.
He's always been a really smooth, steady driver, and I think when you put him in a setup that fits his driving style, you don't see any errors out of that guy. He's just really, really technical when he's out on the track, and that's really good to see.
Oh yes, definitely. And and it's showing a lot for this league here, having these such good drivers out here and putting on a great show. It's just amazing. These guys right here have pulled out by 4.5 seconds over 3rd. That's pretty amazing. That's almost
Corey
a full
Wilson
straightaway.
And Corey Wilson finally got past Gidman, finally got past Cucker, and now he's up there giving chase to Brander for 3rd. But I've watched Logan Sheets, and Logan Sheets has fallen all the way back to 8th now, and he's about to be under fire for Keith Shaner for that 8th position within the next lap. Those tires are really going away for him now.
Yeah, what's up with Michael Leiby? Is he's on pit road, unscheduled pit stop or scheduled?
Well, I'm not sure. It looks like he's got a little right side damage. I think he stayed out on that last caution as well, or just took 2 tires. And it looks like maybe the tires gave up. He put the right side into the fence.
Crabtree challenging Townsend for the lead. They're running different lines. It's interesting.
No, Townsend. No, if he didn't brush the wall, he scared the heck out of it.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a great battle up here, and I hate to leave it too much because, boy, they are really, really keeping the pressure on each other. But well, let's get back up here. I'm going to find them.
Townsend's car is getting really tight in the center of the corners, and Crabtree closes up right there in the middle third of the corner.
And now these guys have pulled out to a 5-second lead over third place, Thomas Brandner. So, I mean, boy, these guys are really showing the way here tonight. Definitely the class of the field. I don't think anybody's got anything for these guys up front right now. We have a few guys in the back that could put some pressure on them if a caution come out. Look, Crabtree up on the inside of Travis Townsend for the lead. And Crabtree is going to lead that lap.
He's got that thing hooked up.
Oh,
and
man.
He's going to complete that pass all the way going into 1. He got a great drive out of 4.
Yeah, Travis just pretty much let him go because he knew that Crabtree was faster than him. So, you know, he probably would be just as fast if he just hung on to his bumper and them two just keep going and maybe lap a few more cars, you know. These guys are really doing good.
Thomas Brandner had fallen from 3rd all the way back to 8th position now.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
While we were gone watching that battle at the front, that hasn't been that many laps. He just fell like a rock.
He must have slipped coming out of one of the turns or something. I know it looked like he was having a little bit of trouble earlier there. You know, just kind of a little bit of a loose condition going in.
I'm looking for Logan Sheets' car now.
All right, Corey Wilson back
Logan
into
came.
third.
He's in the pits right now.
Yeah, in pit road.
That looks clean.
Matt Kocher in 4th. Galen Goodman still in 5th. Johnny Reed Foley back up to the 6th spot. So definitely marching toward the front here, trying to keep up with these guys and doing a good job of it.
Sheets is off of pit road and headed back out. He only got about 30 laps on that run.
And Roger, somebody we ain't talked about all night, Keith Shaner running in 7th. This is great to see him up here running. I know that pit stops are probably going to be coming up here for these guys. This has been a good long green flag run for them. And they're probably starting to feel a little bit of the tire fall off. Pretty good, I would imagine by now. Thomas Brandner in 8th. Matt
Galen
Spangler
Goodman headed to pit road. Patrick Crabtree on pit road. Matt Cucker on pit road.
We're going to get to him here. I
see, I believe that's Sean Butler headed for pit road. So the cycle of pit stops beginning now.
And this should be, Roger, their last pit stop of the day right here.
Probably so. Probably right in the window, really close. Looks like Townsend is in. Right in front of him is Greg Mathis, a new driver to this series. Johnny Reed Foley, I can get on to. He's running 2nd now. Waiting to see Corey Wilson took over the lead during this. Trying to figure out where Logan Sheets went. There's Logan Sheets coming through turns 3 and 4. Probably not going to put him at the lead, but probably going to put him back inside the top 5 after the cycle of pit stops.
Yeah, it looks like Corey Wilson right now is our leader, which we will get up to him in just a moment. But, man, I'm telling you what, this is really turning out to be a great race. And now Corey out here getting a couple of laps led that he will get them valuable bonus points for leading laps.
For those of you who are LA King fans out there, they just won the Stanley Cup.
Very nice.
Very good.
Not for me. I'm a diehard Ranger fan.
All right, Corey Wilson down on pit road now. So that's going to give the lead to Keith Shaner. Keith Shaner going to stay out and lead a lap.
Good job, Keith.
Yeah.
He should be hitting pit road in the next lap or so. I don't see him staying out there long with all these guys on fresh tires.
Yeah, it's he would just definitely get ate up.
He just said he's coming in this time.
Yep. And that's going to give the lead to Thomas Brandner. Holy smoke.
Unless Brandner comes in. And he's not. He's getting passed right here by the 29 car of Matt Spangler. And he had to stay out.
Yeah, he barely got off of turn 4 there. Matt Spangler was a little bit loose coming off the turn and had to back out of it. I think all these guys they've used up their tires pretty much. A couple of them need to head to pit road here and get new tires.
Ken Worley right there. And Patrick Crabtree just threaded the needle through those guys. He's going to keep Brandner from pitting again.
Crabtree
back on the lead lap.
Yep, back on the lead lap. So he definitely got his lap back the good old-fashioned way. Now the 37 right there.
Worley taking the lead.
Yes, sir. So Worley in the lead.
Will not be surprised to see 24 dive off on the pit road right here. And he does not. That's surprising. He just lost the lead. Got to be at the end of his cycle. Needs to pit, I'm sure. Can make it from here.
All you Ken Worley fans out there watching, Ken Worley up in the lead for the first time today, has led the first lap that he has led today. Great job.
And the party porch just exploded.
And he's been on pit roads, I believe. So no, he is now coming on pit road. Excuse me, I am bad. I thought he had already been on. Him and Thomas Brandner and Joe Roberts all coming on pit road. So let's follow along with Ken Worley here and see what he does, whether it's a 2-tire or 4-tire. Right side's
he'll
going
definitely
on.
take 4.
Left side's going on. Yes, 4-tire change. And he's out of there. Full tank of fuel, ready to finish this thing up. Going to be back in the field a little ways, but what you got to do. And another new one up front, Mike Vining. Staying out long enough to lead a lap. Maybe.
Right now he's running second. Brandner is in the lead. He's still on the track.
Yeah. I think you better relook at that.
Yeah, now it shows Vining in the lead.
Yeah. So Patrick Crabtree
Caution is out.
Oh no, this is going to change up everything.
Schweikert in this.
Oh man, Galen Gidman into it, ain't it? No.
Butler
No,
just
Sean Butler
slides it coming off of 2, collects Schweikert. I think it's just the 2 of them out of that 4-car pack.
Well, he's probably not going to be a happy camper about that, I don't imagine. But we're going to keep an eye on this and review this one time here and see what happens.
What a break for Vining, though. About 30 laps from the end here, and he's going to be able to go in under caution, get tires and fuel. Everybody else has several laps on their tires.
Yeah, oh man, Sean and Schweikert just had nowhere to go. It looked like he had checked up, but not enough, and got right into the side of Butler. But I don't think. Nope, I was wrong. I thought maybe Schweikert didn't hit the wall, but he did. He hit it pretty hard.
He hit it a ton.
It knocked the whole front end off of that car. He is missing the whole front clip now.
Yeah, that caution really helped a lot of guys. It got them back on the lead lap here, and we're going to end up with 19 or 20 cars right here back on the lead lap with about 35 laps to go, 30 laps to go.
Yeah. Well, I imagine we're going to see Vining down on pit road here. Yes, he is coming down.
We'll see everybody again on pit road.
Yep.
That's going to turn. That's going to. Sorry, Rudy. That's going to turn the heat up if we got 20 guys back out on the lead lap again.
And let's see who's going to beat who off of pit road. I have a feeling Crabtree's going to try to beat everybody off the pit road. But that does give the lead up to Matt Spangler, going to stay out there. Ken Worley going to be in second. He had just come off of pit road.
Yeah, just come off pit road.
Yeah.
Stayed on that lead lap. So
that worked out perfect for him. That put him right in the spot where he could probably win this.
Actually, that's going to put Spangler up there, right?
Right. Spangler, but he's got a little damage on his car.
But it hadn't slowed him down much. He carved his way through the field prior to that caution.
But
I give a call to my buddy Joe Roberts up here. He's right behind Worley there.
Well, you want to give a shout to him?
Oh no, I was just saying he's up in the top here now on this. The newcomer Mathis is right there. I think he's a lap down though. He's the first car a lap down currently.
And Travis Townsend back up to 4th. Now that could be trouble for them guys up in the front. But Crabtree right there in 6th. Foley in 8th. Boy, we've got a lot of fast guys here that are ready to pounce any second.
Yeah, this is still anybody's race right now. I mean, we obviously have 2 or 3 guys that are extremely fast, but you know, we've seen several guys make little mistakes, restart, spin tires, different things. Anybody on lead lap still has a shot at this.
All right, for you Ken Worley fans, there he is running in 2nd. And just come off a pit road, so he's got 4 fresh tires, enough fuel to make it to the end. Can he win this? You better be posting something there in chat. Let me know what you think. Is he going to win it?
We got 23 cars going to be on the lead lap right here, Rudy, because Donald Stewart, Paul Crumrye, and John Batista all going to take the wave around this time. That's going to put 23 cars back on the lead lap with less than 30 laps to go.
Yeah, Greg Mathis and Tommy Lee will be the only ones to be laps down. Greg's got 1 lap down. Tommy Lee is down about 8 laps.
Look at number 6, Joe Cool, sitting in 3rd place. You guys haven't talked about my teammate much, but he's up there.
Yeah, we talked to him before the race, and he was ready. He's ready. He said he wants to be running, you know, like around the top 5. He wants to have a top 5 finish every race. That's his goal. So
Joe is notorious for making a ton of adjustments in a race and just get better and better and better. So it doesn't surprise me that he's up there now by the tail end of this race.
Well, he's got some fast guys behind him, but let's see what they can do with them here. I believe we're getting the 1 to go here.
Yeah, as all the wave around cars take off, that'll put Spangler right behind the pace car with Worley on his outside.
Yeah, like I said, though, Spangler does have just a tick of damage on him. I know he got probably most of that fixed up while he was pitting, but he still got just enough. But it doesn't, like you said, Roger, doesn't seem to be affecting his speed here tonight. But we've got cars behind him that have no damage. Patrick Crabtree, no damage. And I think, not really sure, but I think Travis Townsend has no damage.
The right side of his car looks a little wrinkled to me.
Okay.
Like maybe he brushed the fence. And I thought earlier when they came off of 4 that he maybe scared the fence to death. I actually think he clipped the fence just a touch back there about 10-15 laps ago when he and Crabtree were battling really hard.
All right, well, we're ready to get this thing back under green here as they're coming around here out of turn 3. Pace car's going to duck off on turn 4, and we're going back to green flag racing here at Las Vegas, guys.
Yep, Spangler, Worley, Roberts, Townsend, Vining, Crabtree, the top 6. That was a big break for Vining catching that caution. He's now in the top 5 on a restart, Rudy.
All right, pace car is in. Didn't see anybody spin any tires, but what a great start by Matt Spangler, taking right off out of the gun. Ken Worley right there in 2nd.
Townsend gapped on Crabtree just a little.
Oh, and Townsend almost gets into the back of Worley. Them two side by side. Travis just so strong on that high side. They're going to go 3 wide. Wow. Oh, we got a wreck. Joe Roberts into it. Doggone it.
Joe Roberts getting turned right there.
Well, let's go back to him. And he has got a ton of damage on that car, but let's go back and review this one more time.
Looks like Gidman got him.
No.
Looks like maybe Joe backed up just a touch, seeing what was going on right in front of him. Gidman maybe couldn't see it around him, and just got in the left rear corner enough to loosen that car up and turned him.
Right there, he touched him.
Just barely gets him on the left rear corner with that right front corner of the nose.
And I'm not sure, but I think Foley might have got just a piece of the back of that car, but I really couldn't see from that angle. So, but unfortunate for Joe. Hopefully he's okay and be able to finish the rest of this race. But boy, he does have a little bit of damage. I expect to see him come down pit road.
Yeah, Foley's got just a tick of damage on that left front corner where he just caught Joe going by. But Gidman, bunch of damage on the nose of that car. And poor Joe Roberts, his car, just talked about him making his way up in there in the top 5. That car is in major disrepair. It's bent everywhere. Left rear corner is pretty clean. That's about it.
Looks like Schweikert has taken his car behind pit road.
Yeah, the engine let go. The engine let go right when that caution came out. The engine in Schweikert's car let go.
Oh, man. We've been seeing a lot of that here tonight.
That car had so much front end damage. The radiator was exposed.
Yeah.
He'd probably already let all the water out of that thing.
Probably.
Because that car let go going through turn 2, and it wasn't going to be a caution until we got down to turn 3 about 3 seconds later, and Roberts got clipped, and that was the end of it. But Schweikert's motor already went.
Well, look at the guys we got up front here: Spangler, Townsend, Crabtree, Worley, and Foley are your top 5. Vining, Leiby, Sheets. We've got some pretty fast guys up in the front right now. And they're all hungry for this win.
Yeah. It doesn't look like anybody's going to pit here.
No, I don't think so. Got 25 to go. I don't think so. Track position is just way too important now when you're inside that 25 to go.
Well, let's give me a channel here. Let's see if we can get one of these guys to give us some 25 to go strategy.
All right, we can do that. You're clear.
Patrick Crabtree, Roger Wagner up in the booth. Got a copy?
Hey, what's up, Roger?
What's up? We're watching, watching all you guys at the front battle this thing out. It's been a pretty amazing show. Bunch you guys are really quick out there. You're running around here third right now. We got a plan for these last 23, 24 laps to go up there and clean this victory up.
The plan is to go fast and turn left. It's just going to be a huge brawl here to the end, and it'll be interesting.
Yeah, we've been watching all you guys that have been towards the front really battle each other. It looks like at some points it's been extremely intense. We've had a couple of close calls. How's it look from in the cockpit?
Racing's been a lot of fun. There's a lot of competition in this race.
Well, it might be a little too early to have you answer this question, but have you been holding anything back? Have you got something you haven't shown these guys just yet?
You'll just have to wait and see.
Well, I like that answer, man. I appreciate the game there. Good luck to you, buddy, and maybe we'll get a shot at talking to you on the podium when this thing's over, man.
Thanks.
A little bit of gamesmanship right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A little mental strategy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a race car driver. You can't get him to give you a straight answer.
That's right.
That'd defeat the whole purpose of this.
Well, as fast as he's been, Travis Townsend's been fast too, but as fast as Crabtree's been, he has not had a problem passing cars when he wants to. So he may be holding something back.
Yeah, and there's not a scratch on that car that I can find.
No, that's what I said. I think him and I think Townsend and I think Ken Worley. Ken Worley doesn't have any damage either. So I think we're going to see a pretty good finish here.
I don't see on his. I don't see any on Worley's, but I do see the right side of Townsend's car. He does, but it is behind the nose.
Yeah.
It should not affect that car really because it's all off the aero portion of the car, so it may not affect him one bit. You know, I even looking over here at Spangler's car, if it wasn't for that little spot right in the center of the splitter right there, I would say he's in really good shape. But the very center of the front end of that car is caved in, so you know, he's been doing a good job of handling it. But we'll see how this last 23 laps goes.
Roger that. All right. Well, we're getting ready to go green here, Roger. Count this down one more time, buddy.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a 25-lap run to the checkers right here, with Spangler and Townsend on the front, Crabtree and Worley in the second row. Johnny Foley in the top 5 right now. Pace car's in. Spangler hits it, a little bit of tire spin. Everybody just a touch of tire spin. Good restart. And this front 5 is going to get single file here just before we even get to turn 1 with Spangler out front, Townsend, Crabtree, Worley, and Johnny Foley. The first time inside the top 5. Under green, passing Worley on the outside to take over 4th. And Crabtree is working on Townsend as we get down to 3.
Yes, he is. He was right down underneath him on the backstretch. So, like he said, he may have something for him. But boy, Townsend is not giving up without a fight. As them two just about touch coming down the front stretch.
And
Going into one, they do touch. Townsend way up the hill.
That didn't slow. In fact, it actually looked like it helped Crabtree get through that corner.
Yeah.
What a drive he got on Spangler right there. Wow.
Yeah, he's hungry for this win, and I believe we may be looking at another good battle here going into turn 1. Spangler really struggling to keep ahead of Crabtree right now.
But he does have that high line where he can keep all that momentum. Ooh, that was close.
I'm telling you, they are really racing it up. Crabtree is a little bit tight going into turn right there and kind of pushed up the hill almost into Spangler. Now he does get by Spangler.
Yeah, Spangler clipped the wall coming off of 2 right there. And these guys have been showing a lot of respect to each other. We got a caution. We got a caution. We got a wreck. Oh, big wreck on 4. The big one just happened.
Oh, it looks like 55 of Corey Wilson. Man, Corey Wilson into that. These guys come down pit road. He wrecked on pit road, too. Not good.
They were going down pit road. Corey Wilson just basically looks like he lost it and got down in there. And, wow, he just collected about 8 cars right there.
Well, they were 3 wide into the turn right there. Shaner dove up to the inside.
Shaner, Keen, Matt Cucker. Oh, man, that's a bunch of cars in this. Berga.
Thomas Brandon went right up the middle. Oh, right there it is. Okay, I got it. Yeah, he did get really loose going into turn 3.
Yeah, Jamar Dumas in that.
Yep, a lot of cars going to get damaged on that. And, you know, this close to the end, here we are at 20 to go, Roger. Man.
And Keith Shaner had been running so good, didn't have a scratch on that car, and that car's pretty tore up now. Right side's got a lot of damage.
A lot of the guys in the back coming down pit road now.
Look who's second right now.
Yeah. Yeah, what happened to Spangler?
He must have pitted.
Yeah, he's on pit road right now.
Yeah, you know, in that whole thing, we had guys going down pit road to avoid that wreck.
Well, let's Galen Gidman on pit road, Brian Wilderson in 10th, Matt Kocher in 9th. Well, we get everybody sorted out here. We've had a few more guys that have taken their cars behind pit road, Roger.
Yeah, we're going to have some that ain't going to be able to compete. Too much damage. You know, Cucker got in that just wrong place, wrong time. So I don't know how he got all the way to the back. But he got all the way to the back and got in the middle of that somehow.
Yeah.
He had been running closer to the front before the pit stops, or before the yellow flag before this one, and I don't really know how he got all the way back. They must have had a little damage that got fixed on pit road while we were looking away or something. But you look at that top 5 now: Crabtree, Johnny Reed Foley, there's Thomas Brandner again, Logan Sheets right back up there, and somebody we barely talked about all night. There's Wilderson running 5th.
Absolutely, yeah.
Travis Townsend all the way back to like 7th now.
I'm going to step out of the booth, watch the ending. Great job, you guys always do. Thanks for having me in the booth.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you hanging around,
Thank
buddy.
you. Yeah, Logan Sheets back up into the mix here. Brian Wilderson in 5th. Michael Leiby 6th. Travis Townsend back to 7th, but he pitted, Roger, and took 4 tires, I believe. I can tell you. Yes, he did. He took 4 tires. Now, Michael Leiby is only took 2 tires. So I'm not sure, but Travis may have a little something he could probably get back up there and try to mix it up with Crabtree before the end of this. Crabtree stays out on older tires after that long green flag run. I don't know. What do you think about that, Roger?
Well, we didn't get that long a run since we pitted the last time, but his car's been really good the longer it's run anyway, so I don't think it's going to affect him too much. You know, we're only going to have about 15, 16 laps when we go back to green here. This is a short sprint now. I don't think anybody holds anything back, and I think the guys that went and got tires can actually go out and abuse the car just a little bit, and, you know, maybe they catch a break and make a bunch of positions here and catch a caution and able to get new skins on it with 4 or 5 to go and make another run at these guys. Because I think some of these guys to the front are probably done pitting. They're going to go with what they got just because it's really good on restarts on the older tires, as long as you don't spin them.
Quite a few more guys have taken their cars behind pit road. Tommy Lee, looks like Joe Roberts, Jamar Dumas, and John Verga. All of them guys behind pit road.
Yeah, Verga and Dumas were involved in that last incident with Corey Wilson. And Tommy Lee, a long time ago in a race, got into some stuff, and that car was just never back up to speed, and he probably had a position where he really can't pick up too many more spots, or maybe the car let go finally. I wasn't paying attention when he took it behind the wall.
Yeah, so we're going to have 16 laps to go when they take the green. And we're going to see one heck of a race here. I hope all the viewers are enjoying this show because it's not over yet. It's not over by far. Ken Worley going to be restarting 9th for you Worley fans. He has been running so good tonight, man. I am just totally impressed with the driving that he's been doing tonight.
Well, here we go, Rudy. We're going to restart it on 110. Crabtree and Foley on the front row. Hey, we haven't said that for a while, have we?
Yeah, I know. It is kind of different. All right, pace car is in. Crabtree hits the gas right away. Foley spins it into the wall. Even before the green come out, that's going to bring the caution out one more time. So we got to go back here and see what happened here. As Foley, wow, he smoked the tires, Roger.
Absolutely, just blew the tires off of that thing. And trying to gather it up, Matt Cucker gets into the back of him, turns sideways, caution out.
Yeah, we're going to watch here as Foley, they're coming around getting ready to take the green. And watch him smoke the tires. He goes right into the outside wall and gathers up a couple of other guys. Oh, man. Unfortunate.
We got the whole field slowing down here in turn 4 because the pace car got out in front of the field because that caution came out before they got to the start finish line.
Yeah, that does kind of mess everything up when that happens.
Yeah, you'll have guys with black flags that are going to have to be cleared because they passed because they had to go left because that car was stuck all the way out to the fence, and it's gonna take a couple of minutes to square all this up, but they'll get it, and we'll get another restart here. That helped a couple of these guys out, actually. I mean, it moves Foley back, but it's going to help somebody like a Travis Townsend on the fresh tires. He gets 2 or 3 more positions. He's going to get a restart just a little bit closer to the front, and he's still going to have, 8 or 10 laps to make a run at this.
Yeah, Thomas Brander going to be restarting second. Good job for him. Logan Sheets in third now. Brian Wilderson fourth. Travis Townsend fifth. Michael Leiby sixth. And Ken Worley fans, he's running in seventh.
He's still got a shot at pulling a top 5 out of this.
Absolutely.
Sean Butler back up there inside the top 10 with Spangler right behind him. And I believe that's Galen Gibbon running 10th right there.
Yes, it is.
It's kind of gotten a little weird here towards the end of this with a bunch of cautions just back to back here.
Well, as we always say, cautions breed cautions. It gets the field bunched back up again, and it's not as spread out as it was, and with this close to the end, we know we're going to see some really awful tough racing.
Yeah, crunch time, and guys know they have to go, and sometimes they go over the edge a step or two, and I think they'll rein themselves in here, let these last about 10 laps click off under green, and hopefully we'll get to see a good green finish on this.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna see. I hope and pray for these guys' sake that it does, go green the rest of the way, and because nobody likes to finish a race under caution, and we see so many races, Roger, that finish under caution, and it's just, the guys, they don't like to win it that way. They want to win it racing. They don't want to win it pacing.
Nope. Racers want to go fast.
Looks like we're probably going to have about a 12-lap shootout when they get the green.
Still got 18 cars on lead lap.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, Thomas Keene, the last one on the lead lap right now. Which that's going to change. Foley going to go back to the 18th spot. Yep, Foley goes back to the 18th position.
Maybe he had one too many Coronas.
Tommy Lee back out on the track, Roger. Gonna try to maybe pick up a couple more positions here.
What do you do, steal a car?
I don't know if he sat there and got it all fixed up or what. I don't know, but he's back out there, and he could possibly pick up about 4 more positions just by going back out there and running the remainder of the laps.
He could get himself into probably around 19th, I'm gonna say.
19th, 20th, probably about 20th.
Yeah, probably about 20th. Wilson's still on the track.
Right. All right. Well, I believe no, they still don't. They still don't get the.
Should be 2 to go this time.
Okay, so they're going to have 11 lap shootout.
Let's have 11 green laps of shootout. That would be really cool.
So, man, we've got some very, very hungry guys up there in the front, ready for this to be over and want to win it. Crabtree said he had a little something, but he wouldn't tell us. We're going to see if he can.
Well, I think what he actually said was, "You'll have to wait and see."
Right.
So he neither confirmed nor denied.
Right.
Basically, he's Switzerland in the middle of that deal.
Well, he started second on the field here tonight, and with a very good fast lap but not fast enough to take the pole. But started second, and here he is running first. No big surprise for Crabtree.
No, took the lead on the very first lap, in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a feeling with the evasiveness of the answers to the questions that he gives, he may have a career in politics ahead of him.
Well, even well, if he can lead the rest of the laps, he should be able to lead the most laps. Okay, but right now, Travis Townsend's led the most with 34 laps, and Crabtree's only led 28.
Well, he needs about 7 more, and he can take that extra point away. But Townsend back there in 5th, so he's got to get out there and hold the lead and make Townsend chase him for those laps.
Roger, get this thing underway one last time. I hope this is the last time. Looking back here real quick, this is caution number 8 that they're on. But we've had 21 lead changes here tonight, so that's pretty good. That's saying a lot for the driving abilities of these guys. They've exchanged the lead back and forth. I know a few of them have been under, for the cautions, the lead changes, but for the most part, these guys have been really racing it up here in the front, back and forth.
Yeah, 18 of the 20 cars still on track are all on the lead lap, so it really still is anybody's race. As long as nothing bad happens, that's probably not 100% true, but if anything bad happens towards the front, any of these guys can still win this race.
Yep.
Brandner on the outside of Crabtree coming to the green here with Logan Sheets and Brian Wilderson up there in the 4th position. Took him a while to get back to the top 5, but there he is. Pace car dropping off. Crabtree nails it, Sheets nails it, and they both look like they're going to go by Brandner. I think Gidman got way out of shape on the restart. Checked a bunch of guys out.
Brandner's still holding on to it. He does seem to run pretty good on that high side. Sheets going to have to back off as Townsend drives right on by Sheets on the outside again. Man, is he good on that outside.
Good on that outside on the restart. Oh, and there's Sean Butler. Absolutely lost it down the backstretch.
Oh, man, and this, well, it's not enough that it's going to end the race, but we're going to go back and see what happened to Sean here. Oh, oh, man, there's a lot of bumping and banging. He gets into the back of the number 5, and then Galen Gidman gets into the back of Sean. Let's see. I'm not sure.
And on down the backstretch, it looks like both the 93 and maybe the 84 kind of both moving around and get into each other.
Yeah, the 84 of Greg Mathis gets into the back of Sean Butler right there, and that's what spun Sean Butler around. Sent him into the outside wall, and then he went down below the white line and then come back up on the track. So very unfortunate for Sean. Boy, he'd been like a ping pong ball out there today, back and forth, and but caution is out one more time. We're going to get back up here to our leader, Patrick Crabtree, and I don't think we're going to see. Yeah, he's not. These guys are not going to give up this track position up front.
No. Everybody's got what they got. They're just going to try to finish it out. This helps Townsend a bunch.
Yeah.
Gets him right on top of Crabtree this time.
Yeah, look at Tommy Lee. Stayed out there long enough to pick up the 20th position. And that's something. And I believe maybe he may have taken it. No, he's still on pit road, but he's not going to gain any more positions unless Corey Wilson would drop out or something. But
could blow the motor.
Yeah, he could blow the motor. Yep. You could pick up one more position. That's an extra point.
It is.
All right, so they're going to be starting Crabtree, Brandner, Townsend, Logan Sheets 4th, Ken Worley 5th, Michael Leiby 6th, Brian Wilderson 7th, Matt Spangler 8th, Greg Mathis 9th, and John Batista, your top 10. Sean Butler's still on pit road, Roger. I just don't know. I don't think
Yeah, a lot of damage on that car. He'll probably get back out, but he's probably going to finish about 18th.
Yeah.
Maybe 17th.
Yeah, we got Galen. He's back off pit road now, but Galen Gidman and Galen's still on pit road.
He had a horrible restart on that last restart, and he just got ping-pong balled around down the front stretch. Hit somebody left, hit somebody right. I think he hit somebody in the rear end, or he got hit in the rear end.
Well, he's on that restart. He got into the back of Sean Butler. Sean got into the back of Michael Leiby. Okay, and so that checked him up, and Galen Gidman was right behind Sean Butler and rear-ended Sean Butler.
Butler's car has a ton of damage on it still.
Yeah.
That car can't even be driving straight.
Let's go back.
No, it's not.
Let's see, go right along in the cockpit here just for the heck of it. We'll see what kind of steering ability he's got.
Steering wheel turned to about the 10 o'clock position to go straight down the straightaway.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe 10:30. Yeah,
Yep.
that car is way out of whack right now.
Yeah, he's got quite the buckle on the hood there.
Yep.
Man, well, might be able to salvage. Probably isn't going to maybe pick up any more positions, but right now running in 16th. Have to see if he can hold off Galen Gidman. Galen going to be starting on his outside.
A lot of tore up cars out here now.
Sean,
and it's just been in the last 25 laps.
Yeah, Sean's coming back down pit road now. Let's see if he can get a little more of that damage fixed up. Galen, he's got quite a bit of damage on that car, but he will take back over the 16th spot now that Sean's pitted. Johnny Reed Foley in 13th.
Yeah, trying to recover from spinning the tires and restart when he was on the outside of the front row there. Gonna have about 6 laps to go here.
Yep.
Maybe this is it, Rudy?
I hope so. Well,
you're going to get the last restart?
Unless you want to do it.
No, I did the last one, which wasn't the last one.
You did the last one, but it wasn't the last one.
Yeah, even though you told me it was going to be the last one. Well, we've seen some really good racing, but this last little bit when we bunched the field back up has gotten a little, I guess, erratic. But we're going to get a finish here regardless of what happens next. Crabtree, he's got to watch out Townsend behind him. Townsend's got better tires, so if we get a couple laps, this could really get exciting.
Well, let's see if Crabtree can hold off Townsend and Brandner. Pace car ducks onto pit road, and they're off here at Las Vegas already. Green flag is out.
84 car spins, 39 car spins.
Oh,
that
no.
might do it.
Well, I don't know. They might wind up getting a one-lap shootout. Who was that spun? 55, Corey Wilson.
Well, the 84 spun first. Oh, Tommy Lee, Mike Vining, John Batista. Yeah. Wow, Keith Shaner's car annihilated right there.
Yeah. We're going to watch here, Corey Wilson.
Woo, it's a mosquito fogging machine running around out here right now.
Tommy Lee looks like, oh yeah, we got a bunch of them in there. Looks like the 90, is that the 94?
Oh boy. We got in action after under yellow here, the 47 car. Keith Shaner comes up and turns the 3 car into the outside fence and then turns down and hits the 29 car.
84. Well, let's go back here a little ways. because John Batista was in it. Looks like the 84 spins his tires. He spins his tires and goes up into the 39 of John Batista, and it's on from there. Yeah, Keith Shaner into the 84. So, all right. Well, we've got a lot of tore up vehicles already, and looks like Keith Shaner may have taken his car behind pit road.
Yeah, I'm getting the impression that was a forced removal for the extracurricular activity. I think it's going back to the restart. There's some discussion going on about whether or not the 3 car jumped the restart on that last restart.
Okay. Well, we might be able to sneak back there and look at that.
Yeah, if you want to rewind and replay and go back there and take a look on that restart.
Well,
I just noticed cars started scattering at the start-finish line. I was watching back from the leaders, and cars just started going left and right, so I didn't see anything when it happened.
I might have went just a little too far. Let's get back up here live. And well, I don't know. I'm probably not going to be able to do it. Probably not going to be able to do it. No. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can check that out.
Yeah, and I think while we wait for this to play out, I think real quickly, I got a feeling we may not be going back green, and if we are, it's going to be for 1 lap.
Right. 1 or 2. 1 or 2 laps.
I'm not sure yet.
They got 5 to go. Let's see, across the line, get 4 to go. That's going to be 2 to go for them, so I think we're going to have a 2-lap shootout.
Well, me looking at it, it's going to be hard to say because when the leader goes, the 3 car goes as well, but no one else went.
Uh-huh. Well, just so you know, right now Crabtree has led more laps than Travis Townsend by 2 laps. But those two seem to be pretty evenly matched up there in the front right now.
Yeah, Townsend has the advantage, I think, on the restarts, especially through 1 and 2. He seems like he doesn't have to hardly lift getting down through 1 and 2 on the initial starts.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a huge advantage because Crabtree is rolling out throttle just a little bit to make sure he gets that rotation mill. And Townsend's car's just driving through the corner like a dream. So he's got a very big advantage there. If we do get a restart, it's going to come down to what happens in turns 1 and 2 on the first lap, I think.
And if Townsend, as good as he is on the outside, if he can get a run on Crabtree, he could possibly take that away. But Crabtree's good at coming back and, repassing. He'll catch Travis maybe like in turn 3 or something and drive back underneath him. He seems really fast on the backstretch.
Yeah, because he gets such a drive through the exits. That's wow. I mean, this is going to be an exciting finish between these 2 front guys for sure. And if either one of them makes a mistake, Thomas Brander right there, he may be able to capitalize and snatch this win away from those 2 guys.
I think you're right, Roger. It's going to be a 1-lap shootout.
Yeah, we should be on the 2 to go now. We'll get 1 to go next time, and then it's going to come out with the green, white, and then the checker. So it's going to be a really quick, really fast 1 lap, and we're going to find out who our top 3 are.
Well, this makes caution number 10, Roger. Man, I think it's a lot more than what they anticipated. Somebody did say, I think Joe Roberts said there when we were talking to him before the race, that he expected quite a few cautions here tonight. And I think he may have been right.
Yeah, I think he was. And the thing was, we had some good green runs there in the middle of the race, and once we bunched the field back up, then everybody got a little antsy. We started winding down the laps, and everybody's getting a little antsy, trying to get everything we can. And it's we say it every time: cautions breed cautions. Just there's no room for patience now. I mean, now we're down to where the checker flag's the next flag you're going to see.
It makes it so hard on the drivers that when they're out there racing like that, if they're spread out, they can race the track and they don't have to worry about racing each other. If they reel somebody in, they can pass them, and it seems like it's no pressure. But when it's coming down to the end like this and they're all bunched up, the pressure's on everybody. And it's just they all want to have a good start. They all want to get by whoever's in front of them. But we're coming down to it now. These guys are really going to have a lot of pressure on them right now for this win.
Yeah. Well, and when you get down like that, not only are you racing the track, but you're racing yourself. And now you're adding the element of racing the other cars. And there's just so much going on. It doesn't take a whole lot to break your concentration and cause that mistake. And we've seen several guys do it. Yep. Spinning your tires in these restarts. I mean, we've known for 120 laps that you cannot just mash the throttle. And that's what happened on the last one. 3 or 4 cars did it. And they started turning different directions and running into each other, collecting guys that were just innocent bystanders.
Well, guess what, Roger? You are going to get the restart.
Yeah, I finally get the final one, don't I?
Yeah, you get the last restart.
Outstanding.
This will be it right here, folks, no matter what happens. This will be it.
1 lap to decide it. Townsend, Crabtree, these two have been at it with each other all night long. And this restart is going to decide who's going to win Las Vegas tonight and basically who's going to come home second. This has been a great battle all night. This is going to get exciting. Don't blink.
Well, why don't you interview first and third, and I'll take second. How's that?
Alrighty. Pace car's about to duck off here. Crabtree hits it. Townsend's got it. He's there. Oh, and he spins the tires. Man. Townsend's out of it. Now it's Brander, Sheets, and Crabtree in the top 3 spots.
Yep, that did it.
We're 3 wide getting down to the corner, and Ken Worley gets turned by Matt Spangler going into turn 1. We are going to finish green, though.
Yep, I can't get off the leader right now because they're coming around to the end here, and this is really interesting right here. Thomas Brandner off the pace just a little back behind Crabtree, and Crabtree coming to the win, and he's across the grass. Oh,
he got it.
He still got it. Oh, my word, what a finish.
Logan Sheets got 3rd out of that on the outside.
We got to go back.
He wrecked it to win it.
We got to go back and watch that again. We got to watch that again because that was absolutely crazy right there for a win.
Brenner almost got to that.
I know it. I thought he was going to. Because I'm sure there's a lot of congratulatory going on down there. Probably a few cuss words in there too. But I don't know what happened to Crabtree right here. He just like really broke loose.
How about if you win it going backwards across the line?
Well, that's highly possible.
It is exactly what happened. The back of his car got to the start-finish line before the front of Brandner's car.
Man, look at this. We're right on Crabtree here. And watching him, he is going to go backwards across the start-finish line and win it, beating Brandner. Holy moly. What a finish. Look at that, folks. What a finish.
The finish for 3rd is almost photo. I mean, we're talking about a foot, 2 feet.
Holy smokes. So who got it? Logan Sheets?
Logan Sheets. Yeah, wow, what a race. What a finish.
Man, I'm telling you.
Let me grab these guys and bring them up in here.
All right. We got all 3 of them in here?
I know I got Sheets and Crabtree. I'm looking for... Yeah, we got them all.
All right. Well, great finish. Man, what? Wow. That was nuts. That was nuts.
Wow. Patrick, you won that thing going backwards across the line. What in the world happened off of turn 4 there, man?
I figured I'd go through the grass to kind of make it interesting, but I made it too interesting. And look at that finish.
That's one wild finish, Patrick.
This is the kind of finish I expect to see maybe at like a Daytona or a Talladega with smoke flying and cars touching and somebody backwards across the line. Not at Las Vegas. We did not expect to see that.
You know, I was telling myself after that finish, I was like, wow, I almost lost that. I was kind of an idiot.
Yeah, I almost blew it, buddy.
Well, either way, you had a really fast car all night long. You did a good job of evading my direct question, and I made this statement. I feel like maybe you have a career in politics ahead of you, but in true race driver fashion, you didn't give anything away. Man, you come home with the win. Congratulations. Walk us through that, especially coming down with all those restarts at the end.
I knew that the restarts were going to be the key to winning. It always seems like they're like that at the end of these races. So I just tried my best to get good restarts to try to get by those guys because I knew it was going to be caution to the end.
Well, we had some really good runs in the middle, but once we got back together, it just seemed like patience was gone. No one wanted to really give. Everybody wanted to take. You restarted a couple of times back there. 5th, 6th, threaded the needle a couple of times. Is that kind of how you viewed it? As everybody just starting to take, or did you see guys trying to be patient, and those guys were the guys that were just paying the price?
At the end of a race, you kind of expect everybody to go 150%. Like, it's not really a surprise that there was cautions to the end because everybody's trying to get every little inch, and everybody's fighting for the preferred line in 1 and 2. So it didn't really come to a surprise.
Well, man, you and Travis Townsend had one heck of a battle the entire race. It seemed like his car was really good, especially on the restarts on the high side, and he was able to hold guys off. But once you really planted it down in there, you were able to drive by, and you had great runs off the exit, especially of 2. And we watched you close up 7, 8 car lengths several times down the backstretch. Were you just toying with him most of the time, or was he really about as quick as you were?
He was pretty quick, but he wasn't giving up the spot easy, so I just kind of rode behind him because I didn't really want to push the issue and wear my stuff out. So I knew if I kind of just rode behind him, he'd wear his stuff out and I'd get by him pretty easy eventually. And if not, I would have probably... I was planning on, if I didn't get by him under green flag, I was going to try to hit a really good pit stop and get by him that way.
Well, in the end, it all works out, and you come home with the victory. Not a scratch on the car until lap 125, and a conscious decision to take it through the grass. I am still scratching my head at that, but you get the win, man. Congratulations on that again. And you got any fans watching maybe you want to give a shout-out to?
I'm not sure. I know the guys know we're racing this, but thanks to all the guys at PSRG. They might be watching this, but they were playing Cards Against Humanity when me and Logan left to go do this race. So thanks, guys. It was fun.
All right. Well, tonight's winner, Patrick Crabtree. Congratulations to him. And Rudy, I believe you have our second place finisher.
All right. Thomas Brander, you got a copy?
Yep, 10-4, Rudy. Go ahead.
Thomas, good to see you there in second place. Congratulations. What did you think on that last lap when you see Patrick going out across the grass? You had to have a smile from ear to ear thinking you could make it there to the line before him.
Well, first off, I knew it was intentional. Guy like him ain't going to make that mistake. It makes me wish I went back and drove it into 3 and 4 a little bit easier and got a better run off because I might have stole it from him. But all in all, just a interesting finish. I didn't have a scratch on my car either. I was going to load it up and take it somewhere else, but now we'll just go to another one. But congratulations to him. He's just really tough competitor to be out here, and to finish second place to him, you can't shake your head at that.
Oh, by no means. Now, Patrick's pretty tough, but you did a great job out there tonight, Thomas. My hat's off to you. You drove the wheels off of that 24, and I mean, to put it on the podium here tonight, it's got to make you feel good. So, but congratulations to you. And any other parts of the race that you wanted to talk about while you were right here that you felt interesting?
Overall, I thought it was a great race. I mean, great start to the season. I'm glad we got away from speed weeks because I was just absolutely terrible there. Great way to start the season for my team, FFR. Racing was awesome, and I'm ready to get to next Friday, man. I'm having so much fun here. The way we ended last season, the way we're starting this season, it's a lot to be excited about. I do want to give a few shout-outs to some of my friends that are big supporters of mine, always watching my races. Jordan Davis, Cody Heath, and Wes. I know they're down at the beach tonight, so stay safe. And definitely my guys at the Ultimate Body Shop that do a lot for me, and, of course, my family.
Well, thank you very much there, Thomas. Great shout-outs right there. A lot of good friends and family watching, so and enjoying your racing, so that's pretty cool. But you did a great job here tonight. Congratulations finishing second, and thanks for talking with us.
Thank you. Woo!
All right, Roger.
Well, Logan, you bring it home third. A heck of a finish there. Kind of walk us through those last handful of laps, buddy.
Well, there was after a decent maybe 50, 60 lap run we had, there was a caution. We came down, got new tires, and then maybe 5, 6 laps later there was another caution. So I figured stay out. There's probably going to cautions to the end, which that ended up working out. So got track position there. A lot of crazy restarts. I wasn't really holding up to par. Kind of Jeff Gordon restarts there, but worked out. I got a good one on the last one. Travis kind of messed up there, spun the tires, got by him for third. Second podium in 2 races.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about those restarts. It looked like you really were struggling for the majority of the race, and the last one, he spins the tires. You get a good run on him, and kind of bulldogged you there. He just was not going to give up on that. You two come off a 4 side by side, and I couldn't tell who got third out of that because we were watching the 2 guys at the front because we weren't exactly sure who won the race after all that interesting transaction there. But you come home with the 3rd spot, and it was great racing, getting off sequence. You say you did that on purpose. You end up pitting under green, and we watched the whole pit cycle, and it ends up it works out perfectly for you. Were you starting to sweat a little bit before that caution came out, or did you think, yeah, this is all going to work out, and I'm good on one more stop to the end right here?
Yeah, well, I was back in around 10th. I knew I needed track position. Didn't really have a choice if I wanted to get a good finish. And I figure it's been working in NIS races. I've been crew chiefing for Patrick and worked here.
Well, still a great run. PSRG guys, you guys brought 2 cars in the top 3 tonight. Fantastic run for you. Anybody watching you want to give a shout out to?
Not that I know of. Maybe those PSRG guys. Big thanks to them. Big thanks for Patrick on making the set. It made me look a lot better than I am. I believe quick math puts, I'm pretty sure I'll be the points leader unless I'm mistaken, and Patrick will be around 2nd or 3rd, so great way to start off the season and heading into the chase in a couple weeks.
Very good. Well, like I said, man, great run. It was fun watching all you guys all night long, and with your stretch, you end up coming home 3rd tonight. That's 2 really good finishes in a row to start the season, and you should be the points leader coming out of here, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week, bud.
Thanks.
All right, Rudy, let's wrap this thing up.
Okay, I just wanted to say, though, Patrick did lead the most laps here tonight with 40 laps, so great run for him. He probably will get the bonus points there for leading the most laps. He just barely beat out Travis, so Travis had 34 laps, but he could not get back up there and challenge Patrick for the win. Would have been great to see those 2 battle it out at the end, but wasn't meant to be today. All right, let's run down through the results real quick, and we will get out of here. Patrick Crabtree, of course, our winner. Congratulations to him. Thomas Brander with a fabulous finish here, finishing 2nd. Logan Sheets, another great finish for him. 2 podium finishes in a row, so good job by Logan. Travis Townsend finishing 4th. Brian Wolderson in 5th. Michael Leiby 6th. Galen Gidman 7th. Thomas Keene 8th. Donald Stewart 9th. And Johnny Reed Foley 10th. Roger.
Ken Worley, after a great run all night long, was in the top 5 until the very end there. He comes home 11th tonight. Matt Cucker 12th. Matt Spangler in 13th. Sean Butler 14th. Corey Wilson 15th. Greg Matheson 16th, 17th Keith Shaner, Mike Vining 18th, 19th is John Batista, and the 20th position Tommy Lee, after coming back out and picking up those last 4 or 5 positions when the car was mangled and he was several laps down already. He just come out to score the last 3 or 4 points. Good job by him. Good job by that team getting him back on track, Rudy.
Roger that. All right, John Berga in 21st, Jamar Dumas in 22nd, Paul Crumrye 23rd, Joe Roberts with a disappointing 24th, but he'll get back out there. Another disappointing one was John Schweikert finishing 25th. Don't think he really was too happy with that finish. Zachary Chahalis in 26th, Tyler McClintock 27th, Nathan Sedlick 28th, Stephen Pearson 29th, and DeAndre Artis 30th, Roger.
Zachary Miller came home 31st tonight. Christopher Perryman, one of the early exiters this evening, 32nd. Scoot Johnson, 33rd. 34th to Evan Matvieko. Randall Drake, whom we talked to during the broadcast, finishes 35th. Jason Berg, 36th. And David Butterworth was our first retiree of the race after only 7 laps. He gets 37th tonight.
All right, very good. All right, well, congratulations again to our winner here, Patrick Crabtree. And Roger, is there anything else you wanted to throw out there real quick here? I did want to mention, before we go too much further, we did have 10 cautions tonight and 21 lead changes. So, but anything else you wanted to throw out there?
We got to see some really good racing. In the middle of this race was fantastic. We got some good long runs in there. We made it 2 green flag pit stops, which has been something that's been kind of lacking around here. And I think the rule changes are actually helping a whole bunch in getting these guys to be a little more on the give and not just the take side of this. And it's improving the racing. And as we go through this season, you're just going to see these guys put on better and better shows every week. And, I mean, this is a tough place anyway. Vegas is a really difficult track, and everybody handled it really well. Most of the stuff we saw really wasn't from car contact. It was guys just getting loose, and that's a product of this track, the car, the tires, all that horsepower. It's just racing. And the contact ones were guys just pushing the envelope just a little bit too far and rubbing guys. So none of this was, just bonehead moves or anything silly. It's just part of the event, and you're going to see that stuff. 10 cautions, maybe a little too much for these guys. I probably would have liked to see 7 or 8 at most. But when you get down to less than 20 to go and you have all these restarts, nothing but bad can come of that. They'll clean it up. Next week we'll probably see a way better event.
Roger that. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Roger. And we're going to close this broadcast out here just a minute. First off, I got to pay the bills here. All right, folks, thanks, and we will see you tomorrow night right here for another IWCR truck race. I'm not sure exactly what track they're going to be running at, but we will be broadcasting here on MaxSpeedTV, and thanks for tuning in tonight.